Good evening and welcome to Green Machine Football on TV 50. It's week 2 as Geneseo, the Green Machine, come in here with a 1-0 record hosting Blue Island Eisenhower, also with a record of 1-0. Hi everyone, Lauren Lemke with you along with the TV 50 crew, joined here in the press box by Mr. Bob Pettit and Mr. Zach Mackey. Some points put up on the scoreboard last week, guys, from both these teams. Geneseo was 62. They went from 0 to 62 in 25 minutes, Bob Pettit. And Eisenhower scored 42. So we might have a lot of offense here tonight.
We ran out of fireworks in the first half. We almost did not run out of dough. But a lot of points, like you said, Lauren. And, we saw the same thing out of Blue Island Eisenhower last week. Put some big points on the board and put a shutout up on the board also.
Zach, you were on the camera last week, now behind the microphone, and Eisenhower definitely's got some skilled players. They didn't put 42 points up by accident last week.
No, they didn't. And I'll first off say all the complaints can be sent to me from the camera last week. Keith's back on it, so it will be good here good today. But no, yeah, Blue Island Eisenhower. This is guys. I saw an article this week about these guys are ready to make a playoff run. They're ready. These Chicago schools are excited after seeing last year, obviously, what some of the schools did in that. But this is a team that is able to put up points and put them up quickly. They put up 42 in the first half.
Last season, these two teams played over at Eisenhower. We had a thunderstorm go through. Wiped out the sophomore game, but Geneseo ended up getting on the field for the varsity game. They won 42-0. We had a running clock, so we expect to have more of a competitive game here tonight as Geneseo's on the field here ready to kick off. Eisenhower's going to get the football. But, 62 points last week. 7 players scored for Geneseo, so Zach trying to keep up with the camera. I mean, up and down the field, the running backs went in the passing game and everything, so a lot of things worked well last week for Geneseo, Bob.
Eisenhower, big school out there too. They're over twice our size, and got some nice athletes out there. I saw them come on the field. I was down there in the trench there when they were coming in, and big, strong athletes, and they look like they're quick. I understand they're pretty quick. Geneseo played extremely well last week, but they're going to have to. I think they're going to get a little bit of a challenge this week.
Reed Graddert is in a kickoff for Geneseo. Geneseo went through 3 place kickers last week. They were scoring so many points and kicking off so many times, but Graddert, number 73, is out there to kick off. And Kenny Scott, one of their skilled players, number 1, is back deep, standing at around the 5-yard line. Scott's going to start at wide receiver. He's 6'1", 215, and he is fast.
Yeah, he's a quick guy that's able to go up and get the ball, too. It's a real joy for the quarterback from what we hear.
Partly cloudy, 83 degrees is the temperature for the kickoff, week 2. And we're underway from Bob Reed Field. Long kick, all the way back to the 5, fielded by Javon Boyd. Out past the 20, and hit down at the 25, 26-yard line. That's where we'll see the Cardinal offense against the Geneseo defense. It's going to show us a 3-4 look tonight.
I got Logan Weber hitting that initial contact on the tackle. And Ben Consgrave. Better not leave that one out. You get in trouble, Lauren.
There we go, Ben. Nice tackle. So up front for Geneseo on that 3-4 defense, Reed Graddert is the nose guard, a senior at 5'7", 220. And the tackles Sam Thomas and Jacob Van Dorn. Thomas a junior, Van Dorn a senior, and they both start on offense as well at the tackle position. So spread offense, shotgun formation for the Cardinals as they start from their own 26-yard line. First play from scrimmage. Quarterback keeper, it's Cortez Jackson, and he's wrapped up. A loss on the play.
Hit the first man through. Quarterback kept the ball, and it looked like more of a loss, but it's only going to be about a yard.
Geneseo were acting quick to that one.
Well stuffed by the entire line, linebackers. Nobody fooled on that play.
Jordan Jackson came up and made the tackle. Jackson's going to start at a linebacker position tonight, as there was a loss of 1 on the play, so it's 2nd and 11 from the 25.
We lost Zach here. He's operating the computer. There's a little bit of a malfunction going on.
And a whistle before the snap. The officials take a look at the play clock, and it expires, so 5-yard penalty against the Cardinals. That'll give us a time to set up the rest of the lineup. Ryan Hartsock starts tonight at an outside linebacker. Inside linebacker is C.J. Majorkirth. Justin Scott at an inside linebacker, and Cole Hunsacker at the outside linebacker. See Sam Welch is out there, number 19. At a defensive back position, Devin Haxby's a deep safety, and at the corners, Will Daniels and Quinn Singbush. 9 seniors starting on defense for Geneseo.
A lot of experience out there defensively. Saw a lot of action with all these guys last year.
2nd and long now after the 5-yard penalty. Jackson, the quarterback, keeps it. He runs head on into Cole Hunsacker at the 20.
Tried to get away. He was pressured in the backfield. Tried to slip out of there. Hunsacker met him head on. There's going to be a penalty here. They're going to march a few more off.
Stops the clock. We're just 59 seconds into this scoreless game.
So is this the Cardinal or the Cardinals?
I think it's Cardinals. I think it's plural.
I think we'll go with Cardinals.
Declined the penalty. It was a holding call against Eisenhower, so it's 3rd down and 16 from their own 15-yard line. Geneseo will look at 2 receivers left and right here. Quick throw over the middle. Pass is caught at the 30, short of the 1st down, as Quinn Singbush makes the stop. Pass caught by number 3, Sterling Graves.
Pass from Jackson to Graves is complete on the
nice coverage. Had just a little bit of buffer with that 3rd and long. It's going to be 4th and about 7, and Leafs are going to receive the punt, it looks like. I would suggest this early in the game you might want to stay home. Just make sure that ball is kicked.
Back in punt formation for Eisenhower.
Jordan Jackson and Devin Haxby standing at their own 35-yard line, awaiting this punt from Eisenhower. Punter back at his 15. Nice kick, end over end, drives Haxby back to the 32. Gathers it in, comes up and stopped at the 39. That's where we'll see the Geneseo offense that put up almost 500 yards in offense last week and 62 points.
Averaging double figures per play, wasn't it, Lauren? And it's a great place to start from right here. They're nose of the ball right on the 40-yard line, 60 yards to go.
And for Geneseo, it starts with that offensive line. Center is Hunter Hinton, a senior at 6'1", 170. The guards, Nick Anderson and Charlie Weiss, both seniors, and Jacob Van Dorn and Sam Thomas at the tackles. We'll set the backfield here as the play goes in motion. Handoff to the fullback, Cole Hunsacker. Breaks a tackle at the 45. He's out to the 48-yard line, has a run of 8 yards to start the first play for Geneseo.
Hit by about 3 or 4 guys, but not hit hard enough, and there was no gang tackling. One at a time is not going to get it very often with Cole.
Hunsacker, the senior at 170, had a touchdown last week. And in the backfield at the running back positions, Quinn Singbush and Devin Haxby. Will Daniels, the quarterback. We'll set the ends here on the next play. Toss to Singbush on 2nd and 2, and he was driven out of bounds. Lost yardage on the play as
they had good coverage on that. That was going to go nowhere from the beginning. They had about 4 guys out there and read that play well.
Keyshawn Cooley, number 15, credit him for the tackle. And something we didn't really see a whole lot last week was Geneseo losing yards on a play.
Right, or going wide for that matter. They stayed inside because they were so successful at it. This is a big 3rd down play right here.
3rd down, we'll call it 4 from the Geneseo 47-yard line. Haxby coming to his left. He's got room midfield, has the 1st down, caught from behind and taken down at the Eisenhower 42-yard line.
Yeah, there's about 5 guys tackled, first man through. Haxby found the seam out there over left tackle, just kind of trotted over there for the 1st down.
On the Cardinal 42-yard line.
Ben Rowley, 84, comes in at an end. We saw Ryan Hartsock on that last play lined up at one of the ends. C.J. Majorkirth is also out there at the tight end position on the left side. 1st and 10, Geneseo from the Eisenhower 42. Second back is Haxby. Pounds his way down to the 35. It's a gain of 7.
Very nice. Got those big tackles in there. Once again, Van Dorn and Sam Thomas. Boy, you got to roll off their shoulders. Let them clear you a hole.
Thomas lining up on the left side, and you got Van Doren on the right side. Both those tackles started all games last season for Geneseo that went all the way to the 5A semifinals. Second down and 3, 8:40 to play in the first. No score between Geneseo and Eisenhower. Hunsacker gets hit up high, right at the line of scrimmage. We'll give him a yard to the 34, and that's it. It'll be third down and 2.
Yeah, Eisenhower ran a stunt right up the middle, and they just happened to guess right.
On the tackle, making the stick for the Cardinals.
Looks like that linebacker, that outside linebacker just hit that hole, timed it just right. Another third down play.
Eisenhower with about 8 players in the box, 5 on the line and 3 linebackers, and their secondary really cheats up close too. Tight formation for Geneseo on 3rd and short. Now they spread it out. Major Kurth goes to the left, Ben Rowley to the right. And in motion is Singbush. He'll take the toss, turns to his right, cuts it outside, is tripped up, falls forward, has the first down at the 29.
Very similar to the last play. There wasn't as many guys out there, and Singbush just danced inside one, outside the other. Picked up the first down. Well executed.
First and 10.
Geneseo's converted 2 third downs on this drive that started near their own 40-yard line. They have it at the Cardinal 29.
Hartsock run that play in. We're going to find out who the best play runner is this year.
Back to the fullback on first down. 3-yard run.
Getting down to smash mouth territory here. Just drive that thing in. Hartsock steps off.
That was Singbush and not Cole Hunsacker who carried that ball. All I saw was a 7.
Yeah.
And up the middle, I thought it'd be the fullback.
You would think it makes sense.
7 minutes to play in the first. Geneseo and Eisenhower scoreless. Geneseo on their first drive. On second down, now they go back to the fullback. Broken tackle there as Cole Hunsacker takes it to the 20-yard line. Broke about 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage and showed his power.
That's all about leg drive, Lauren. That was just, he was hit right at the line of scrimmage and just kept driving the legs. That's a nice pickup. Down to the 20-yard line. It's 4 down territory if they need it now.
3rd and 2. Ball just outside the 20-yard line of Eisenhower. Geneseo up to the line of scrimmage. Daniels looks over the defense, makes everybody get set here. Now Geneseo spreads out their ends. It's Haxby in motion, takes the handoff, sweeps to his left, has the first down to the 15, the 10, and driven out of bounds at the 5-yard line. First and goal for the Green Machine with 6:11 to play in the first.
Well, you can see that developing, Lauren. It was just, he just swung out there wide, had a lot of green space out there. I thought he might actually take it to pay dirt.
Give credit too there to the Geneseo coaching staff. You know, just kind of thinking through things there, shifting out, and that kind of threw them off there on the outside. They weren't able to set the edge very well. Was Eisenhower?
We were waiting for you to get back, Zach.
Yeah.
We needed you here.
Rowley, Ben Rowley, and Ryan Hartsock split to the right. They'll run to the left. Haxby takes the toss, hit in the backfield, and loses 2 yards back to the 7 as the Cardinals were ready for that play.
They're guessing. Their linebackers are coming up to the line. They're guessing. When they guess the right hole, they look really good. But when they guess the wrong hole, it's a big game for the Green Machine.
Really overloaded on that side defensively as we look at the replay. And it'll be 3rd and goal from the 7 with Major Kurth. C.J. Major Kurth coming in with the play, and Zach Humphrey. A couple tall tight ends for Geneseo. Some big targets downfield if they want to throw the football.
Well, when they had 1st and goal on the 5, you want to get the 7 points. You really don't want to try a field goal. You'd hate to even throw the ball.
Singbush takes the toss.
It's close.
Back to the left.
Very close.
Yeah, down to about the 1. So that'll set it up.
Singbush, the ball carrier.
Well, they mark it at the 2.
Brings up a
Just as we look at that replay, they did it again. They overloaded that side, brought an extra DB over there, and kind of that safety just made a nice play.
Geneseo choosing to run to the short side of the field the last 2 plays.
Coach Derek's a couple boxes over here. He's reading the same thing. He's gonna outguess them pretty soon.
Really packing them in here.
Give it to the fullback, Cole Hunsacker, into the end zone. It's a Geneseo touchdown. Be the 10th caller to the Roma Pizza every time Geneseo scores a touchdown and win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. One winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza 944-6171.
And that's where it helps to have one of those more veteran lines, being able to pick those guys up at the line. That's hard when you got linebackers come throwing right on in, but it was just a down block, and Hunsaker got out the outside.
They had 11 defensive players on the line of scrimmage, and Hunsaker takes a wrap the middle. That's an outstanding job by the defense or the offensive line, and Hunsaker too.
Extra point is good from Will Daniels out of the hold of Sam Welch. And with 4:48 to play in the first quarter, Geneseo has the lead of 7-0 over Chicago Eisenhower as the Green Machine offense goes the distance on their first drive of the night and ends up with a score. Geneseo converting 4 of 4 on third downs on that drive. So kind of one of those classic Geneseo drives, you know, 3 plays, pick up the first down, and just keep grounding and pounding.
They actually had a couple critical third downs, though. Had they been stopped, it would have been a different story.
That 3 yards every play, that gets you the first down, even though it does get a little hairy there on third downs.
But they had the one just over midfield that was about 3rd and 7 or 8, and when they executed that, that was a very key play.
12 plays on that scoring drive, covered 60 yards in 5 minutes and 21 seconds. Probably the longest drive of the season right there. A 2-yard touchdown run by senior fullback Cole Hunsaker. Will Daniels with the extra point. 7-0 Geneseo.
Pretty much the way the sophomore game went. Just the Geneseo sophomores routinely, just kind of mechanically went up and down the field at will. Ended up with a 27-7 victory.
And they ended up scoring, what, 1 touchdown per quarter, it seemed like. It was 14-0 at halftime. And
long drives, long sustained drives.
We're set to restart the game with Reed Grattert teeing this up and sending it straight down the field. Line drive, picked up at the 12, out to the 20. And a nice tackle coming in is Jordan Jackson as the Cardinals get it out to the 24.
Nice pursuit by that kickoff team.
Kate Humphreys also in on that thing, finishing him off.
Cardinals take over 1st and 10.
Just wanted to introduce himself.
24-yard line.
So the Cardinals really hurt themselves on this last drive, their first drive of the night, with some penalties. Geneseo was in their backfield a couple times too, so we'll see what they can do offensively against this Geneseo defense that has not given up any points this year. 3 turnovers last week too by Geneseo with 2 interceptions and a fumble recovery. Spread out on 1st and 10. Cortez Jackson takes the snap, keeps it himself, looks for daylight, comes up the middle, he's got it to the 30, to 35, splits 2 defenders, has a first down out to the 42-yard line with Connor Welch making the tackle.
Connor Welch and Singbush, if they don't make that tackle, it's all the way.
Well, and Quinn Singbush was being held right here in the corner there. He had both arms on him. But, you know, he still was able to get off that and make the play. And I think Eisenhower's going to try to do that a lot. Spread it out so then it's just lineman against lineman. They got some pretty big boys up front to the Cardinals.
Just trying to get their special skilled players in space, especially their quarterback who can run and throw. Hand off to their tailback. Rayshawn Graham pounds his way to the 46-yard line. Gain of 3. Rayshawn has a twin brother on this team.
Number 5.
That's Radshawn Graham, number 45.
3 on the play. On the tackle for Geneseo, number 37, Cole Hunsinger. Brings up 7.
Well, we knew this was going to be a challenge. They've got some really nice athletes out there. They didn't come to just take a loss and go home. They intend to play this football game.
3:45 to play in the first quarter. The score, Geneseo 7, Eisenhower 0. 2nd and 7 for the Cardinals. It's Jackson with a penalty marker thrown. He's at the 40 to the 35 to the 30 and caught at the ankles by Connor Welch at the 20, but we got 2 markers down at the line of scrimmage, and this one will come back.
I think it could have been a block in the back right here. I don't know. Cole Hunsaker ended up straight on his back.
Jacob Van Dorn kind of threw his hands up too, like I'm being held.
It looks like they're different fouls too, wherever they are.
Yeah, there's no question it was coming back. It's going to be a hold
On the Cardinals.
On the Cardinals. And, of course, the fans in red on the other side, which we have a little more than we had last week, are all thinking that these are Homer officials. But that happens.
Don't hold it. Don't hold in front of the official. That's the rule, right?
That's it.
So Geneseo will accept this penalty, and that'll put the football back to the 35 and take away that long run by Cortez Jackson, the quarterback for Eisenhower.
Makes it about 2nd and 17, 18.
2 receivers to this left side. Now 3, they line up with triples over here. And Jackson, that pass came out kind of sideways and incomplete.
Yeah, Coach Thomas is signaling that's a lateral. That ball is out of bounds right there. So is Coach Mackey. They're trying to get that being out of bounds at the 30-yard line. If they would consider that a backward pass or lateral, they would have lost 5 yards.
It was
they're
close.
But they're not getting anybody's attention.
Brings up 3rd down. 18 yards needed for that first down for Eisenhower.
I've never seen anybody ignore Coach Mackey like that.
Will Daniels will line up his cornerback position far left, top of the screen. And Jackson over the middle. His pass caught. No, it's dropped. At the 45, had a receiver wide open, Javon Boyd, but he could not hang on to it.
That was 1st down and more, and there was nobody defending him. He just dropped the ball. He greased his fingers before the play, which does not make sense. The ball just went right through the hands, hit him in the breadbasket.
Yeah, and it looked like they kind of tried to take one of those linebackers, those Geneseo linebackers, and wanted to run deep with them. And, you know, it's kind of hard for, you know, you're one of those linebackers trying to drop back into coverage, something you're not really used to.
That's exactly what happened, Zach. And the deep backs were coming up, but he was open. He found that slot for just long enough. The ball was well placed. Just dropped.
Would have been a first down for Eisenhower. Now they have to punt on 4th. Another good punt. And Jackson trying to field it. Scoops it up at the 15, back to the 20. Spins at the 25. And that's where he is taken down. Geneseo will start their 2nd possession tonight. They lead 7-0 with 2:58 to play in the first quarter.
Antonio Rankin on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Well, they had just a little bit of help, did the Green Machine, on that defensive stand. A couple drop passes, but they got the football back. You know, it remains to be seen how much, what they're going to have to do to take the heart out of this team. But right now, Eisenhower's playing.
Well, and this is kind of one of those instincts where you'd like to take a whole bunch of time off the clock as much as you can, get into that second quarter a little bit with a long drive here.
Ryan Talco splits to the right side. This is Singbush weaving his way through. A penalty flag thrown.
That's not a good place either. That's in holding territory.
Block below the waist is signaled right away, and this is going to come back. A few penalties last week for Geneseo. They had 8, but you kind of expect a few of those when you run that many offensive plays and trying to get your timing down.
That block was in the backfield also. Oh, it's going to be against the Cardinals.
Yeah, it looked like whenever Hunsaker was coming out as the lead blocker, the Cardinal player there on the corner kind of came right at the legs, right at the knees on Hunsaker.
Not a penalty you see very often.
No, it is not. Defensive below the waist.
So that'll move the football ahead to the Geneseo 48-yard line. Make it first down. And Geneseo's going to spread out 2 receivers to the left side with Ryan Hartsock out wide. Toss it. And
wow, nowhere.
Into the backfield. Singbush dropped for a loss of about 5 yards. And it looks like Eisenhower just kind of moving towards the motion.
Something on the game film said that we could run that pitch wide left or wide right on our offense, and it's not working real well.
Well, just setting up maybe that counter play.
Yep.
Because the Cardinals are really flowing to the
counter play is working well.
2nd down and 14. Ball at the 42. Singbush in motion. Daniels to throw. His first attempt. He's got a receiver wide open down this near sideline and overthrows Ryan Tolkas, who had his defender beat by about 5 yards.
Once the ball went up in the air, Ryan kind of turned his body. I think he might have misjudged that a little bit. If he'd have kept running, I think he'd have ran under that ball, but I think he might have been misjudged just a bit.
Daniels had to get that pass off. He was being pressured.
3rd and long.
14 yards to pick up that first down with 1:58 to play in this first quarter. The score, Geneseo 7 and Chicago Eisenhower 0.
Tolka's back in. Also, got another wide out on the far side.
That's Hartsock. Connor Welch in motion, and Daniels will try passing again. Sets up in the pocket, throws it up high. Hartsock makes the reception and gets the first down. Caught the football at the 45 and tackled at the 41. Went up high to get it, and he kept both shoes on this time.
And he needed those yards. He needed both those yards after the catch. Very nice catch because it was right between 2 defenders. Actually, it was pretty well defended. He just went up and got it. Picked up another 5 yards after the catch, which is he needed about 3 for the first down.
Will Daniels last week was 4 of 6 passing, 63 yards and a touchdown. 1 for 2 tonight.
None more important than that one.
Back to the run game. Cole Hunsacker right up the middle. 6 yards to the 35.
37, Hunziker, the ball carrier.
Van Dorn sustained his block about 20 yards to the sideline.
Graham brings up 2nd down, Maple Leafs in the Cardinal 35-yard line.
It's nice to have some big bookend tackles.
And those guards are coming up. They're looking pretty good. Charlie Weiss had a great year as a sophomore last year. Nick Anderson got some time last year as a junior. Gets his senior season out there on the guard spots. Hunter hitting at the center post.
Connor Welch takes the handoff, weaves his way through the Eisenhower defense, and looks like has a Geneseo first down. They signal, and they'll move the chains.
You can't often see the center block very well because he's really tucked in there. But when you run the ball consistently up the middle, your center's doing a nice job. So kudos to Hunter Hinton.
Number 59, Hinton, he's a senior at 6'1", 170.
That one was right over his back right there, that play.
Ryan Talkas brings in the play. He'll line up to the right side on the end. 1st and 10. Blasting his way forward is Justin Scott, who had a touchdown last week on his only carry. And Scott up ahead for 3 yards as we get close to ending this quarter. We're down to 30 seconds and a 7-0 lead by Geneseo.
Well, we're getting exactly what the Leafs want, what Zach called for. Get that sustained drive here, get into the second quarter, chew up some time, put a score on the board at the end of that drive, and that's Leaf football.
They do not have to run another play with difference of 5 seconds between the play clock and the game clock. Geneseo's going to walk over the sideline. So we've played 12 minutes here at Bob Reed Field, and Geneseo leading Chicago Blue Island Eisenhower by a score of 7-0.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Welcome back, second quarter from Bob Reed Field in Geneseo. With Zach Mackey, Bob Pettit, I'm Lauren Lemke, and Geneseo enjoying a 7-0 lead here at home against Eisenhower. Second offensive possession for the Green Machine. They look at a 2nd and 7 from the Eisenhower 27.
Lauren, you mentioned 83 degrees. It feels like 183. I know it's 183% humidity. Wow, this is not football weather.
It is humid. Daniels rolls to his right, throws, gets the pass off, and it's caught by Connor Welch at the 10. He gets inside the 10-yard line. Now there's a big pileup. I don't know if he lost the football on the way down.
He got hit several times before he went down. It doesn't look like the officials. Doesn't look like the officials have decided. They're digging out of the bottom.
That ball came out definitely when we look at the replay. A helmet went right into his arm, and that ball was on the ground. It's a fight down there in the pile for it now.
Well, the Cardinals are not jumping up and down, so it looks like the Green Machine is going to maintain possession. They're going to have a first down inside the 10-yard line.
Kudos to Connor, too, because there were a lot of white jerseys around there going after that ball. He didn't have much help. He was kind of in no man's land once that ball fumbled on the ground.
Officials
they're having quite a conversation down there. They have not given the ball, awarded the ball to anybody. It seemed like the Leafs are lining up to run offense, but the officials aren't sure.
I'm not sure if they've decided if the ball came out early or not.
Oh, they're gonna give it.
Recovered by the Cardinals.
They give
to the Cardinals.
They award the football to Eisenhower. And a vote of 3-2 or something over there. I don't know. Rock, paper, scissors. I don't know what happened over there.
They were flipping coins like crazy because it took a little while.
Usually that's the thing that you know right away.
Yeah, it was either down or it wasn't.
Yeah.
So Geneseo with their first turnover of the season and does pin the Cardinals back at their own 10-yard line. They're actually inside the 10 at the 9. 11:48 to play in the first half. We're in the second quarter, 7-0 Geneseo. Cortez Jackson standing inside his own 5-yard line. He's going to throw a deep ball to this near sideline and overthrows everybody, including defensive back Will Daniels, intended for Kenny Scott.
That ball was not going to be caught. Daniels had a beat on that thing. There was no way that was going to be caught. That was as good a defense as you can play right there by Will Daniels.
Yeah, I know you guys mentioned it yesterday, or last week, I should say. Will Daniels is one of the best corners out there on the field, one of the best in the area. He did a phenomenal job last year and is doing just as good, even better job this year.
An interception last week for Will Daniels. Connor Welch also had the other interception. He made a nice diving interception a week ago. Try it again here. 2nd down and 10 from the 9-yard line. Quarterback keeper. Jackson with room to run to his left and slides down near the first down marker at the 20. Might be another penalty flag on the field. So they're the marker down at the 15.
It's a slow-moving process here. The officials don't know exactly. It's going to be against the Cardinals. So this ball's going to go back. It's going to go deep into their territory.
So far, every time the Cardinals have gotten something going, they've shot themselves in the foot and brought the ball back because of a penalty.
This will go about half the distance. Really, must have been from the spot of the foul.
Can't see.
It's about a 2-yard penalty.
Can't see the Cardinal coaches getting too demonstrative. You'd think after all these penalties, eventually they're going to get a little sore, but they're accepting them and getting about the next play.
They must be pretty obvious then. 2nd down and 12. Ball back to the 7-yard line. Javon Boyd in motion, number 7. Jackson rolls to his right. Throws a low pass, incomplete at the feet of Boyd with Jordan Jackson on the coverage, and it's 3rd down and long for Eisenhower.
That ball would have been perfectly thrown, but a little bit of loft on that ball might have got over Jordan's head. He was about a step behind the receiver on that pass, got a couple steps. So a well-thrown ball could have gotten a reception.
And Eisenhower's really spreading things out. Every play these last couple of series, they got 2 guys, 3 guys split on either side, and they just kind of want to work with the 8 guys in the middle and see if they can't break something with a running back around the corner, a quarterback around the corner.
Big 3rd down play here for the Leafs defensively and the Cardinals offensively.
Oh.
Justin Scott
just gave him 5.
had the green light. Forgot to wait for the green light. And he jumps off sides. Encroachment.
Was the light yellow? I would have liked to have seen what was going to happen there because, man, he was shooting that hole. If he'd have timed that right, could have been a collision.
So,
for some reason, this takes a long time for this officiating.
Oh, he was drawn off. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
You know, we came back, and as you say, Justin Scott came back with his hands on his helmet. He knew he had made a mistake, and apparently the official saw him being drawn off, and it's a half the distance again. It's way back there.
If I saw Justin Scott coming through the line, I think I'd move quick too. 3rd and long, ball inside the 5-yard line for Eisenhower. Jackson in his end zone. Looking over the middle, long pass, lofted up, and it is caught at the 45-yard line. A 40-yard gain as Javon Boyd got behind the secondary and made the reception.
That was a duck, man. It was just wobbling like crazy. He just heaved it. Just heaved that thing out there as hard as he could throw. And he runs right under it. Old number 7 hits him in the jersey.
He's got a big arm on him. It's not always the most accurate or best looking pass, but he's not afraid to launch it down the middle of the field too.
44-yard reception.
Boy, they were really pinned with their backs to the wall, and they got out of a big hole, almost to midfield.
Setting things up near midfield. Jackson will keep it himself. Slides down, didn't want to take a hit. Picks up about 3 yards to the Geneseo 47-yard line.
Looks like that's a big part of their offense. He likes to keep that football and just kind of read, see what he's got.
And as valuable as he is, it's probably a good thing for the Cardinals that he is sliding around, staying down. It's still a gain of 5 yards.
We're in the second quarter, 10:20 to play before halftime, and the score Geneseo 7, Eisenhower 0.
Shortly ago, the Leafs were driving inside the 10-yard line, coughed it up, and the Cardinals are trying to take advantage of this and get this score tied up.
Feeling the momentum going to the Cardinals right now as they hand it off. And looks like a first down run off the left side for them. Rayshon Graham, a senior at 5'11", 200, crashing into the second level of the Geneseo defense.
They've got some diversity. They don't, they don't live on one type of offense. The running backs can move. The quarterback can read and move football, and they can put it up. It's tough to defend right now.
Sam Welch on that last tackle for the Green Machine.
Huge line, enormous line, and some really quick skill players.
And really, this Eisenhower team's just looking for one big play to get 10 yards every series.
Back they go to Graham. First down run, breaks a tackle at the 25 and is taken down at the 22-yard line. Devin Haxby coming up from his safety position to finally bring down the tailback for Eisenhower.
Well, he is big and strong, but it was just really not good tackling by the Leafs on that play, and I think they know it. They're gonna have to kind of stiffen up here a little bit, which kind of been their MO in recent years, stiffen up in the red zone.
Just outside the 20-yard line of Geneseo. It's Graham, his third straight run. He fights his way to the 15. Give him 5 yards on that play. It'll be 2nd and 5 as clock is down to 9 minutes to play before halftime, and Geneseo holding on to a 7-0 lead.
That's a nice job of reading the hole because it looked like he was going to run parallel to the line of scrimmage. But he found a way to get through. Sorry for looking at the replay. Sorry for the dead air.
Been a couple of missed tackles, too, along the way in this drive for the Maple Leafs.
See if Geneseo can get into the backfield here. Jackson fakes the handoff, keeps it himself to the 10, to the 5, and is submarined by Devin Haxby, who brings him down at the 4-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for Eisenhower as they've driven all the way down the field. This drive started at their own 10, and now they're inside the Geneseo 5 at the 4-yard line.
With 8.5 minutes left to go in the second quarter, this is a football game.
And it looks like Scott's gone out with a little bit of an injury. He's down here on the field. We get a new linebacker in there for the Leafs.
Yeah, Scott, saw him kind of shaken up on that a couple plays ago. We hope he's okay.
He's not admitting it very well. The trainer, Casey Zipton, trying to give him some attention. I think he's just telling her to get away. Because every time she walks towards him, she has to take a step the other direction. Maybe.
There's a huge statement here for the Geneseo defense. They only got 10 seconds, and they're huddling back up.
Play clock, yeah, running down here. Quick snap, quarterback keeper. And Geneseo plugs it up, maybe a yard to the 3.
Number 2, Jackson on
and
the
it'll be
quarterback
2nd and
team.
goal from the 3-yard line.
Geneseo, number 73,
Trying to run at
Graddert.
Reed Graddert, the nose guard for Geneseo. It's tough sledding there if you're trying to push him out of the way.
He stays low.
Goal for the Cardinals.
Big boys trying to squeeze the middle.
Geneseo matching
the middle.
up man-to-man here on 2nd and goal. Keep an eye on Cortez Jackson, the quarterback. He hands it off. It's Graham, puts his head down, met at the goal line. Geneseo pushes him back and keeps him out of the end zone.
Trying to get a number there on the outside. That's a big-time play. I think that might have been Sam Welch who crashed in on the corner, and it was just 1-against-1 right there on the goal line.
That was designed to go up the middle. He slid to the outside. Yeah, that was a really
That was
nice.
a big play by Sam Welch.
That was.
Saved a touchdown.
Hit him head on.
3rd and goal, quarterback trying to keep her. Jacob Van Doren comes around and grabs him from the waist. They keep him out of the end zone again. And one of the officials here signaling to the line judge, and he says it's a touchdown. The back judge called the touchdown. The back judge called the touchdown, and Eisenhower gets on the scoreboard.
That's another one of those calls where did he cross the line? Yes, then call it right away. If he didn't, then no. You know, you don't call that right away. And
I don't know if he stuck the football out. He ended up close to the goal line as we looked at the replay when he was coming off the pile. So Eisenhower goes 90 yards here on Geneseo and gets on the board, pending this extra point. It's 7-6 right now.
Van Doren hobbled off the field a little bit too. The Leafs have got to avoid that injury bug.
And that might even
this
be,
is a ball game.
That might be cramps through this heat. It's
Yeah.
got to be hard on all those guys out there.
Yep.
Low snap.
Oh.
Can't get the kickoff. They'll throw to the end zone for the 2-point, and it's incomplete. Sandwiched in there between Cole Hunzacker and Cade Humphreys, and that's incomplete. The score remains Geneseo 7, Eisenhower 6, with 6:52 to play in the second quarter.
That was not a design play for 2. That was a botched snap, but obviously tried to recover and pick it up. That point could loom large later in the ball game. Sometimes those extra points make all the difference.
Well, right there, it took till the second quarter of the second game for the first score to come against the Leafs. So, but it does come. They still got the lead.
Big play in that series for Eisenhower was the 44-yard pass on 3rd and 18 from their own 4-yard line. Really gave them guys a new life here, and they used that momentum to take it downfield against the Geneseo defense. 11 plays, 91 yards, 3 minutes and 56 seconds is a scoring drive for the Cardinals. A 1-yard touchdown run by Cortez Jackson, and the point after touchdown no good. 7-6 the score, 6:52 to play in the second.
Jordan Jackson, number 41, Connor Welch.
Connor Welch and Jordan Jackson sneaking up at around the 20-yard line. Geneseo anticipating maybe an onside kick here.
They got a lot of hands up, and nobody really deep.
There they go. Now
There we go.
they'll spread out. Never know what they could see here from Eisenhower.
First time the Leafs have received the kickoff.
Kick coming down to Jackson at the 2. Almost came back to the goal line. Has it at the 15. Breaks a tackle and is finally taken down. Wrapped up and thrown to the ground at the 24-yard line.
Jordan Jackson on the return for Geneseo. Taking the tackle for the Cardinals, number 31, Malik Beasley. Geneseo has it 1st and 10.
Yeah, you're right. Van Doren's still down, and he does have a cramp. They're trying to stretch it out. So they're going to play.
We'll see what the new tackle is on that right side.
That could be.
Handoff to Devin Haxby as Haxby gets up to the 30-yard line. It's a 7-yard run.
Hunziker on the carry for the Maple Leafs.
I think they put both their tackles on
It might be
the one side. I think they put them on the
okay.
Dalton Stage.
I'm not sure if that's Dalton Stage. I'm not sure what number the new sophomores wearing.
2nd and 2, and it's Connor Welch takes the toss sweep, has the Geneseo first down to the 39. Give Welch 6 yards on that run.
Yep, looks like the junior rather, Dalton Stage is in there for Van Dorn.
Not before he picks up the Geneseo.
I had the understanding that Cole Howard might be dressing for this game, but that may be just a rumor.
A couple of sophomores on the roster at least. We don't know if they're dressed here tonight though. 1st and 10 Geneseo as they try to get some momentum back on their side. And Justin Scott is back in. And we've got an injury timeout for Eisenhower. We got a player down, Darren McGrone.
And that helps out the Leafs because Scott wasn't in the huddle whenever they broke. They only broke the huddle with 10, but he has checked back in after he wasn't feeling so good on the sidelines during that defensive series.
Yeah, this entire week's been hot and humid, and we really didn't see that type of weather leading up to this week for football practice, and well, so it's kind of been a different climate, practice-wise and game-wise.
We usually expect this weather during the two-a-days and that stuff, but we're seeing it during the regular week. It seems like when these games come around here in the first couple of weeks, they somehow end up being the hottest days of the summer.
We've got a close one here. 7-6 the score. Geneseo with a 1-point lead. 6 minutes exactly to go before halftime. On first down, Cole Hunzacker fighting his way off the left side behind the new tackle in there, Dalton Stage, and he has 4 yards on the ground.
37, Hunziker, the ball carrier, picks up a couple tough yards, making the initial hit for the Cardinals. Number 45, Rutschon.
Got Van Dorn up on his feet, walking around a little bit. Shouldn't be long before he's checking in.
For the Maple Leafs.
John Davis going to give him his approval.
He won't be out long.
That's right. Look for Hunziker to get a lot of carries this year.
Cut. Devin Haxby falling forward for the first down. One man to beat, or else he was gone. And he's up a little gimpy. Gonna shake it off.
Yeah.
Geneseo picks up a first down on the play.
You're right. This weather is just very, very conducive to the cramp season.
47-yard line.
It is, but going back on that, Hunzacker point, you had a really good fullback last year in Acree, and Hunzacker's coming this year, came in a little bit of last year too, hasn't skipped a beat, and he's a solid guy to be able to get you, 4 or 5 yards the normal Geneseo run game.
2-yard run there by Connor Welch, number 41. Takes it to the Cardinals 45.
Ball carrier, picks up a couple tough yards up the middle.
They have Justin Scott that can try to run that position if they need just a little bit bigger player, but Hunzacker gets the job done.
Yeah, really the Leafs have relied on about 5 running backs for 3 positions, so they've been able to get a lot of fresh legs because a lot of those guys are playing both ways out of those 5 running backs.
Haxby in motion. He'll be the lead block on the pitch to Connor Welch, who gets back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all. And Geneseo's facing a 3rd and 8 just outside the 45-yard line.
There's 4 minutes and 20 seconds left here in the half, and the Leafs need a first down here. Don't want to go into a half with a deficit, and so you don't want to give up that football at this point.
Geneseo will break the huddle. Ryan Tolkas, number 17, wide right, with Ryan Hartsock wide left. Connor Welch in motion, counter play. Devin Haxby gets the call to the 40, has a Geneseo first down inside the 35, stopped at the 33. We talked about that earlier on that counter, and good time to call it.
Set up well. Use it on that big key play when you really need it.
Devin Haxby, one missed tackle from another touchdown.
Yeah, he was. He's a guy that's always about 1 tackle away from scoring a touchdown. But when you need the big play, go back to the old counter.
3:40 to play for halftime. Geneseo on the move with a 1-point lead. Haxby gets the ball back in his arms. And he's double teamed here on the near sideline, taken down at the 30. Stayed in bounds, so the clock continues to run under 3:30 to play in the first half.
You're right, though. What you said earlier, they really flow with the football, and they flow with the movement of the offense. Boy, if you can counter that, there's hardly anybody staying home.
Geneseo working quickly here as we near the end of the first half. 3 minutes to play. Will Daniels rolls right, has time to throw, lofts it up for Ryan Tolkas, who makes the catch inside the 5. He slides down at about the 1.
Big time throw there.
Big time throw. Well designed, and Tolkas was not going to drop it. He might have tried to catch that thing and waltz into the end zone, but he just nestled it. He just nestled it to the ground, make sure he had it.
Tolkas came straight in, kind of like he was going to run across the middle, and then turned around, and he kind of threw the Cardinal player around there, number 23, Rankin.
28-yard pass completion as Geneseo lines up 1st and goal, and they call a timeout before the snap. Or did Eisenhower call the timeout? Cardinals call a timeout. They signaled Geneseo first, but then
the sideline official just misunderstood which direction he was pointing, because he was the one that called it.
Well, with Drew Himmelman graduating last year, it was like, okay, who's going to be the receivers this year for Geneseo? Looks like they've got 3 or 4 good ones that can fan out and catch the passes.
Yeah, Ryan Tolkas has stepped up as a wide receiver that's running great routes out there, going downfield, and it's nice to throw in a guy kind of like Hartsock, Major Kerr, kind of that big build, kind of like Drew was too, and Hartsock has that even that bigger build in the chest and that to be able to be a real true tight end. So, there have been other guys. It seems every year you always have question marks. What's going to happen? And every year somebody steps up, something happens to just fill in the gap.
And if Tolkas was a foot taller, he'd be pretty close to Himmelman.
Here we go, 1st and goal from the 2. Whistle will stop the play as they were trying to give it to Singbush.
Flag on the play.
And what's the call here?
The officials really like to blow their whistles. We've had a lot of penalties in this game. A lot of penalties in this game.
Cardinals lined up in the neutral zone. That'll just move it half the distance. So right at the 1 now.
You have very little to lose a penalty when you're half the distance within a yard.
Yeah.
Whether it's
you'd rather see your team jump in and being quick on the ball.
Try to time it.
1st and goal. I think they give it to their fullback Hunzacker. It is a Geneseo touchdown as they go up 13-6, 2:43 to play in the first half. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, you win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Well, La Roma's stocked up on pizza dough this week, and cheese and sausage. We're hoping they get to use a lot of it tonight.
Extra point try on its way from Will Daniels. It is good.
Extra point attempt by number 8 Daniels.
Makes it 14-6. 2 minutes and 43 seconds to go in the first half. Well, what a answer that was for Geneseo for giving up the touchdown to the Cardinals. They come right back and put a touchdown drive together on their own.
And the big counter play on 3rd and 8 was it again. Those plays are so invaluable because if the Cardinals get the football there, they're driving the opposite way, threatening to take the lead. Great 3rd down play, great drive.
This will be a big defensive series here too. You got 2:43 left, a chance against Eisenhower, who they like to break those big plays, make big plays. You got to get down on those and see if you can get out of this half with a 14-6 lead.
And they can strike fast.
Yeah.
They can put that ball up in the air, or they can run the ball. They can strike fast.
Scoring drive for Geneseo, 10 plays, 76 yards, 4 minutes and 9 seconds. A 1-yard touchdown run by fullback Cole Hunzacker, his 2nd of the game. Will Daniels with the extra point. We're at 14-6, 2:43 to play before halftime.
We knew it was going to be a game from the beginning. This is an Eisenhower team that isn't like most of those Chicago schools that are going to come up here. They got a real good team this year.
Last year it was 42-0. Geneseo beat the Cardinals. Different story in 2015. 14-6 Geneseo as Reed Graddert has the ball on the tee at the 40. He's waiting the whistle. And Kenny Scott, number 1, back at the 5 for the Cardinals. He's going to take this ball, bring it straight up the middle to the 20, out to about the 27-yard line.
Got up a nice head of steam, but he wasn't really looking for blockers. Swarm of Maple Leafs hit him head on. Maple Leaf coverage has been really, really good. Nice balance, good ball shooters.
Zach Humphrey is who they gave the tackle to, number 86. Well, Geneseo will have the football to start the 3rd quarter, so we'll see if what Eisenhower does here.
Bubba Misfeld is spotting for the PA announcer, so it can't be wrong. Bubba never misses.
No.
Not as good as Willis, but he's still pretty flawless.
Play action, Jackson, deep ball over the middle, and this is well over the heads of everybody out there.
Give credit to Jackson, though. He's not afraid to throw it down there across the field. Man.
Well, we almost had a play without a flag. Ineligible downfield. Will Daniels once again had a blanket over the receiver.
That'll push the ball back to the 22-yard line.
Boy, that's a lot of penalties.
That's a loss of down, too. They're showing second down on the scoreboard.
It's now 2nd and 15 for the Cardinals on their own 22-yard
Yep, they're pointing
line.
over there. 2nd down. They got to change the box.
There we go.
Oh, yep.
On an ineligible receiver is loss of down.
Playing into Geneseo's hands right now. Maybe get the ball back here, run that 2-minute offense. Green Machine with 3 timeouts.
They made a big play on 3rd and 18, though, so we don't want to count them out.
True.
Got to play every play here.
Like you said, they're always 1 play away.
Jackson, quarterback keeper, spins his way. Dives out to the 30-yard line, gets that penalty yardage back.
Boy, it's tough to bring down one-on-one, that spin move. He just plants a foot, spins off of it. Wow.
Got to be real good at reading those hips and staying low.
Number 37, Cole Hunziker.
Hunziker looked like he was going to wrap him. He tripped him, but he didn't get him wrapped. It looked like he was staying low, just reading as could be, and he got that spin move, almost got away.
Clock is stopped, 2:08 to play. The officials, I don't know if anybody called timeout.
I think he called officials timeout on the field.
Are they talking about the?
I think they want it not to be a loss of down.
That's what I would think talking about too. They've had a couple of conferences already. That fumble that Geneseo had, who had the ball, that took a little while to talk about that, and that turned out to be a huge play because instead of 1st and 10 for Geneseo, the Cardinals took possession and then went 90 yards for their only score of the game. 14-6 is where we're at.
You know, a lot of these official crews go out and have a drink maybe after the game. They could talk about it then.
And they're going to say it's only 2nd down. The
Yeah.
box now reads 2nd down.
These guys have all their conferences on the field while everybody's waiting.
It's kind of hard, too, to do that after you run a play, then take it down away.
It is. Strange. Yeah, it's strange. All right, 2nd down.
I thought that was wrong at the time. I didn't think that was a loss of down on an illegal.
That would have been,
receiver.
yeah.
On 2nd and 7, Rayshawn Graham with the carry. He's got a 1st down for the Cardinals to their own 43-yard line, and he's up. Well, he's trying to get up, but he's hurt on the play. And that'll stop the clock. 2:02 to play in the first half. 14-6, Geneseo with an 8-point lead.
He's acting like a really painful cramp there also. He's acting like it's a big-time cramp. He's not acting like a knee injury.
It's a big-time player down right now for the Cardinals.
Huge player.
Yeah. So Geneseo's going to head over to their sideline, get some water on this hot night.
Green Machine out there playing without Van Dorn. Went down with cramps. I don't see him on the field. He was up walking, put his helmet on and said, "Put me in, coach," but I don't think they did.
when I went to go turn on our radio station here, the whole team was meeting in the cafeteria, and talked to one of the janitors around in the high school, and he said after listening to the coach speak over there for Eisenhower, he was ready to run through a brick wall. Pretty good speech before game, kind of just talking. Travis Moore, the head coach over there for Eisenhower, talking about how, you know, nobody expects them to be in this game and everything. So, you know, that may be one of the reasons they've come out kind of fired up too.
Well, I saw them come out of the school. They didn't come through the wall. They did come through the doors. So yeah, they did. But they were charged up. So.
Yeah. There you go.
He's kind of staggering off the field. Doesn't look like a knee or ankle type of injury. It doesn't even look like a cramp. He's staggering off like he got his bell rung.
He might have fell on the ball too. I don't know. Maybe got the wind knocked out of him.
Wind knocked out of him.
Anyway, he able to get a first down for Blue Island.
He'll be in a couple plays. They didn't take him off in a stretcher, so he'll be back.
First down play coming up for Eisenhower. Clock started again, 1:50 to play. High snap, Jackson in trouble. He's gonna be wrapped up, and Geneseo gets a loss on the play with Ryan Hartsock and Cade Humphreys, right?
Yep, Cade Humphreys.
Number 2, Cortez Jackson, sacked in the backfield.
Geneseo's done such a good job about it. You know, a couple of plays, getting them back, getting a real long 2nd and 18, but now it's, can you keep going for 3 more downs and be able to stop them? It's been Eisenhower who's been able to get big play after big play with long distances.
I believe that was Zach Humphrey actually also on the tackle, so it was Humphrey and Humphreys.
14-6.
Good tandem.
Yep, Geneseo with the lead here by 8. Jackson slips as he almost throws an incomplete, or interception, I should say. Does fall incomplete.
There's a flag on the play.
Cade Humphreys almost had the pick. Lots of things going on out there.
Yeah, Humphreys, if he hadn't touched that, I'm not sure, but Jackson might have picked that thing, had a pick 6, because Jackson was in line with that football.
Gonna go back another 5 for ineligible receiver downfield again.
But not a loss of down.
No, we're gonna stay at 2nd down this time.
If you can, I wonder why they wouldn't refuse that penalty and take the down. Yeah, yeah, you'd want to refuse that penalty and take the down.
Yeah.
You want to get the 3rd down here, 3rd and long.
On the penalty makes it 3rd and 18 for the Cardinals on their own
3rd and 18. From the Eisenhower 35-yard line. They spread out 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Trying to get their speedy receiver Scott against Daniels. Long pass, and it is intercepted.
There we go.
Devin Haxby at the 30, out to the 40. Haxby coming to his left. Across the midfield stripe to the 40, cuts it back, breaks the tackle at the 35, and finally brought down at the 33.
49 seconds left. Leafs get to practice that hurry up right here.
Haxby sees the field so well. After making that interception, he's still able to read his blocks out in front of him, make a couple of moves, and brings it back quite a number of yards after the interception.
What a great job by the defense out there. After the interception, picking up guys to block, and we saw quite a few downfield that sprung Haxby.
Haxby had that thing picked all the way, just playing center field, fell right in his hands.
In the pistol formation, and a whistle before the snap of the football. Geneseo with 3 timeouts left. We got 49.5 seconds to play in the first half, and the Green Machine up 14-6. And with Geneseo coming out in that spread offense, the Cardinals didn't know what to do.
Yeah, they still got 3 timeouts left because the Cardinals had to take that timeout.
It's one of those things too, some of these Chicago schools, you don't always practice every aspect, you know, that they could throw at you. So you throw some new things up there that they haven't seen from week 1, and it kind of threw them off there and called a quick timeout over there, did head coach Travis Moore.
Geneseo able to work on that 2-minute offense briefly last week. They knew that the first team offense wasn't going back out in the second half, so they were able to get a couple of plays, get into that flow of getting up the line quick and snapping the ball without having to huddle.
Yeah, and this is nice to see it too in a pressure-packed situation. You're within 1 score of each other.
Ryan Tokas, who had a big reception here in this quarter a moment ago, he's going to be split out to the left. 3 receivers to the right. Daniels looks to his right, quick pass, and it is caught by Hartsock at the 29.
Pass to number 80, Ryan
And
Hartsock is
Geneseo
good.
will take a timeout. Goes for a 5-yard gain. And Geneseo will have to call a timeout to stop the clock. 40.7 seconds left to play in the second quarter. 14-6 Green Machine.
Yeah, they'd like to get some points on the board here. 40 seconds is a lot of time when you got still 2 timeouts left and the no huddle offense.
And if you have to resort back to it, you got Will Daniels, who's got a pretty good leg on him. No wind tonight whatsoever here at Bob Reed Field. So if you can get within, I'm not sure exactly what his range is, but get a little closer. Still quite a ways out.
You know, last year against Eisenhower, Geneseo had that halfback pass that worked for a touchdown.
That's right.
Probably not a time to try it here because they're expecting pass, but that was a cool play a year ago.
Coach Derricks is right next to us. You want to tell him something?
He would listen to you, Zach. He don't care what we say, but he'd listen to you.
2nd and 6. Daniels rolls left. Pressure coming. Oh, he gets blindsided, and Daniels gets sacked back to the 40-yard line. Did not see that until it was right in his face.
When you got a left-handed quarterback, that right tackle is all important to keep that quarterback from getting the blind side. And right there, Daniels got through, and he got Daniels pretty good, but Will gets right back up.
Kenny Scott with the sack for Eisenhower, and 3rd and 16 now for the Green Machine as they have to use their second timeout. They have 1 left, 32.2 seconds to go before halftime. Got the Maplettes and the Geneseo High School Marching Band coming up at halftime as usual.
Almost have to pick up a first down here. They got the 1 timeout left. You'd like to save that if you have to set up a field goal. But if you get a first down, then you get a spike or 2 if you need it and still be able to get the field goal.
Cardinal 38-yard line.
But there's no spike in the football, and they're just a little bit out of range right here.
Ball to 38. Geneseo needs to get to the 23-yard line of Eisenhower to pick up the first down. Daniels gets that ball out quick. Cook and lateral. Singbush from Hartsock, and he's close to that first down. I think he's got it.
I think he's got it too. He's right at about the 20, so he's got it by about 3 yards. And that's a good play too. Get out of bounds, stop that clock.
He got it by 1 yard. He's at the 22-yard line. They haven't signaled to move the chains yet. Now they're going.
Geneseo ran that play last year too. I forgot about that one in the bag of tricks.
Yeah.
Little couple of hook and lateral.
That was better defended this year though, because it was touchdown.
Nothing happens on this play. Now you're within field goal range. So you still got that timeout to burn.
Daniels, pressure coming, eludes 1 defender, throws the ball as he gets hit to the corner of the end zone. It's caught.
Wait for the signal.
They're gonna.
Touchdown, Geneseo. 10th caller, La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, you win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers only. Must redeem within 1 week.
Man, and the credit goes to Tokus right there. Double coverage. Had to go up after that ball in the corner of the end zone and still comes down with it. He's turned into quite the receiver for the Leafs this year.
That looked like, I thought that ball was going to Singbush. Went right over Singbush's head, right into Tokus' hands. Made the diving catch, rolling into the end zone.
Him and Daniels kind of have that feel back and forth.
You don't have to be 6'9" to catch the football in the end zone.
Extra point is good. Geneseo 21, Eisenhower 6 with 18 seconds to play before halftime. And Geneseo takes advantage of that interception. Devin Haxby came up with the pick. And the Green Machine offense able to convert on a long 3rd down with the hook and lateral. And what a pass from Will Daniels, standing in the pocket, taking that hit. And Ryan Talkus becoming a star here tonight.
Yeah, he's got a couple of jumps there too. He was in double coverage, had to out-jump those 2 guys he was with, that corner and that safety out there, and was able to get up and make a great play. And Will, like you said, saw it all the way through, even though he had a guy rushing at him, coming at his face, was still able to get the throw off. That's a big touchdown right before half for momentum and just for overall. Now you're 2 scores ahead.
Well, I give my softball players a pretty hard time this week about not getting that football. And I didn't see if they were trying or not, but they said they would try.
They had T-shirts that time. I don't know if they can throw a T-shirt.
Well, they need the bazooka gun to get them up here.
Yeah.
You know, this game, it's just kind of amazing because they have so many Blue Island Eisenhower. That's a tongue twister for me. They have so many premier athletes. I mean, they just are big and strong. And, you know, Maple Leafs just execute. It's amazing how they just get it done. They know how to win. They know how to execute.
Well, when I'm looking at these two, if I'm going on endurance here, second half too, I'm picking Geneseo over Eisenhower just in that aspect too.
Reed Graddert, nice kick. Fielded at the 10. Is this going to be a reverse?
It is.
It is. Reverse it back. Hand it off. And out to the left side. I think somebody lost a shoe again. And a penalty marker comes in. We got it all again. Javon Boyd with the return took it off, the handoff from Kenny Scott.
We do have a flag on the play.
There's a clip.
They did get the ball out of bounds to stop the clock. 7.5 seconds left. But it's going to be against Blue Island.
Block in the back. White.
And they're going to have to move it way deep into their territory.
You're Blue Island Eisenhower here. I say you just take a knee, get done with the half, and go back in halftime. I don't know, though, the way, you know, Geneseo's in this prevent defense now. The way Eisenhower isn't afraid either to Jackson. He'll launch it down the field if need be.
Not a fan of prevent defenses, generally speaking, but you got to have it now. You just got to make sure nothing gets behind you. Anything up in the air has got to be swatted down.
One timeout left for both teams. 7.6 seconds to go in the first half of play here from Bob Reed Field, week 2 of the high school football season. Both these teams 1-0. 21-6 is the score. Geneseo on top. Could be the final play of this half.
Van Doren is back in the ball game. I've been looking for him.
And the Cardinals.
He's going to have a
leave early.
Flag on the play. False start. White.
False start on the Cardinals. Back them up 5.
They just have some execution problems, you know, that they need to go home and work out. They could be a really good football team because they got a lot of talent, a lot of fine athletes out there, but they just have major execution problems that they need to work out at practice.
That far official's getting a little picky, too. When I look at that replay, it was very, very, very subtle of a movement by that outside end there for Eisenhower.
In general, you like to see the officials let the players play the game, and these guys are blowing the whistles an awful lot.
Justin Scott showing blitz. He's picked up, and Eisenhower's just going to keep it on the ground with Cortez Jackson. And that'll do it for the first half of play. It's been entertaining. It's been close. Geneseo starting to pull away here from Blue Island Eisenhower. At halftime, the score, the Geneseo Green Machine 21, Eisenhower 6.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
my stomach, a girl runs something with something to prove, so don't just stand there and bust the move. Well, ladies and gentlemen, how about a big round of applause for your Geneseo High School Maplets? Tonight, the band will perform the first two movements from their 2015 competition show, Bridges to Unity. The show is based on music from Young Person's Guide to the Orchestra by Benjamin Britten. The band is directed on the field this season by senior drum major Melissa Zakunkis and junior drum major Luke Johnson. Drum majors, is your band ready?
TV50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV50 telecast.
All right, we're set for the second half of football from Bob Reed Field in Geneseo. The Green Machine leading Eisenhower 21-6. And the Green Machine offense will get things started off here in the third quarter as Geneseo set to receive the second half kickoff. Balance offense for Geneseo in that first half, 212 total yards. They had 108 yards on the ground and 104 yards passing, 60 more yards than Eisenhower. The Cardinals had 98 yards rushing and 54 yards passing. And again, penalties, 9 for Eisenhower in that first half. Geneseo without any penalties assessed against them.
And that's something, too, that the officials will probably talk about at halftime, too, and just say, hey, we got to make sure we're looking both ways. But it has been, I mean, I think for the most part, except I might be a little biased, I think it's been called pretty fairly both ways. And it's just been a lot going with Eisenhower, a lot of jumps, a lot of just little things. You know, sometimes those Chicago schools don't always get mastered up. And, you know, with only week 2, you're going to have those problems.
For Geneseo, you have Jordan Jackson, number 34. And Connor Welch, number 41, at around the 20-yard line. Good crowd on hand again here at Bob Reed Field. Stands are full. People hanging around. The middle school section is packed. Looks like they're behaving themselves tonight.
Future Green Machiners over there, a couple of them.
I bet a lot of these fans didn't expect quite as good a football game.
It's been a good first half, competitive, and the ball on the opening second half kickoff sails out of bounds, and that will draw up another penalty.
That one is routine.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to bring it out to 30.
Maybe they didn't talk at halftime.
Pretty hard. You got to throw the obvious ones.
Pretty
right?
hard not to call that one. Oh, they're going to start at the 35. My mistake.
First and 10.
Devin Haxby led the team in rushing that first half with 55 yards on the ground. Cole Hunzacker had 37 and 2 touchdowns. And Will Daniels, the story, 6 of 7 passing, 104 yards. 50 of those yards to Ryan Tokus, who had a 22-yard touchdown run in the second. We start things off with Quinn Singbush sweeping to the right. And from the 35-yard line, Singbush takes it out to the 42, a gain of 7.
The play that was stopped by Eisenhower quite regularly in the first half gets a good start in the second half with a gain of 6.
Nice job by those guys on the right side of the line, being able to hook down and seal the edge, be able to get around there and get a nice sweep for about 6-7 yards.
Hunter Hinton at center. The guards are Charlie Weiss and Nick Anderson. And the tackles, Jacob Van Dorn back in along with Sam Thomas. On 2nd and 7. Counter play, Singbush. He has a seam, has a first down, stretches out to the 47-yard line. Almost got loose there.
If you can get that wide stuff working and get them pursuing hard, you know, that counter play is going to work all night long. Get that over pursuit. Cut back against the grain, and you pick up some nice yardage. Leafs out to a good start here. 2 plays and first down.
Zach, you mentioned at halftime maybe the fatigue factor coming in here in the second half as we have this heat and humidity.
Especially, yeah, this is they haven't switched out and around a lot. So, you know, kind of up front, Geneseo's renewed. They're ready.
Geneseo back, delay handoff to Devin Haxby. Some tough yards there. He's out to the midfield.
Straight ahead, not much there.
Haxby, the ball carrier, on the tackle for the Cardinals.
Once again, hitting,
Sandoval.
throwing a block, and
Gain of 2 on
the offensive guards trying to spread a nice little hole there.
Geneseo averaging just a little over 4 yards per carry tonight. Last week it was 10, 11, so been some tough yards. They've had some big plays, though, on the ground, too.
Surprising a lot of people will be this Eisenhower team. This is a team that should, besides this game, go undefeated in their regular schedule.
This is Haxby cutting back across the grain. Very close to that marker. Looks like he has it in a late hit.
Yeah.
Helmet to helmet as that play was over with.
It was a late flag. It looked like, you know, it looked pretty obvious, and then it took him a little while to throw that flag out there. But, you know, Haxby just about gets away. Yeah, he just dove his helmet right into him. Haxby looks up, the officials, says, "Aren't you going to call that?" And he said, "Oh, yeah, here's a flag."
So it was a first down for Haxby on the ground, but now it's an attack on another 15.
And the Leafs moving the football. You know, early in the second half, or in the second quarter, I should say, that when the
27-yard line.
Leafs had scored 7-0, and Blue Island came back. Eisenhower scored 6, did not convert the extra point. Leafs were in jeopardy of giving up the football.
Counter play, Haxby, he's gone. 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Geneseo make it 27-6. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. You win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season, please, and must redeem within 1 week.
That was too easy. Wow. You know, you would think that Eisenhower would make a couple adjustments, maybe stiffen up here a little bit, make a game over for a while in the second half, and that drive was just, there was holes everywhere.
Seems like if you're able to get through that first line of defense, you're kind of free, and that's what Haxby found himself.
Extra point is good by Will Daniels. Makes the score 28-6 with 9:53 to play in the third quarter. Geneseo opens the third quarter with a touchdown drive. Devin Haxby did a lot of the work on that drive.
Once again, they're playing without Jacob Van Dorn, a 3-year starter. They're just stretching him out like it's cramps, but they're just not going to use him unless they have to, it appears right now. Still blowing holes.
Took just 5 plays for Geneseo, aided by a 15-yard penalty, 65 yards. 2 minutes and 7 seconds to start this third quarter. 27-yard touchdown run by senior wingback Devin Haxby. Will Daniels with the extra point. 28-6 Geneseo, and Haxby getting close to that 100-yard mark. So he came in with 55 at halftime.
Kicking off for the Maple Leafs, number 73, Reed Gratter. Back deep to receive for the Cardinals, number 1, Kenny Scott.
As you mentioned, the Leafs tried several people kicking off in the first game, but Reed Graddard has done all the duties today.
He's been busy now.
Well, 4 touchdowns and the opening game kickoff. Gives him 5 opportunities, been pretty successful.
Devin Haxby with 93 yards rushing tonight. Quinn Singbush had over 100 yards last week. Ready to restart it. Here's Reed Graddard. Squibs it down to the right. Stays in play, and it's picked up inside the 20. And Geneseo getting down there. Logan Weber. Ryan Tokus.
Weber always one of the first guys there. He flies to the ball.
Done a real good job these first 2 weeks on the special teams. Have a lot of kickoff, kick returns, and they've done a good job at keeping them pinned in. That's huge to be able to start a drive on the outside of your 30.
Well, the Eisenhower Cardinals with 152 yards in the first half, 98 of those yards on the ground, 54 through the air, and it's basically 2 or 3 guys that have been touching the football.
You might have missed Ben Cosgrave on that too. I think number 88 might have been the first guy to touch him.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble now. 1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Graham, their tailback, gets the call. Good tackle there by Geneseo in the secondary, but Graham has about 8 yards on the play. He had 47 yards in the first half on just 6 carries.
Big and strong, just really quick, sees holes, but he's just taking a beating. Don't know how long he can last. He gets up slow now. He was down for the count for a while in the first half, and every tackle he gets up a little bit slower.
We're getting invaded by bugs here in the
bugs
press
on
box. What's going on here? 2nd and 1. Ball at the 37-yard line, in motion. Trying to run for the first down.
Nice
solo
tackle.
Yep. Justin Scott.
Justin Scott wrapped him.
Making the stick for Geneseo, number 23, Justin Scott.
Put his helmet right in the waist, wrapped the legs, and lifted and dropped. But it was enough for a first down.
However, do get a first down.
They will move the markers on the far sideline.
Eisenhower has a 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line.
Cardinals have to drive the length of the field here and get a score to stay in this ball game now at 28-6.
8:36 to play in the 3rd. Graham up the middle, breaks a tackle, breaks another tackle, cross midfield, driving his legs, taking Geneseo tacklers with him to the 38-yard line of Geneseo. C.J. Majorkirth loses his helmet. He'll have to come off the field for a play.
Sam Welch, the only guy to be able to sustain his grip, and he almost slipped out of that, and he would have went all the way.
Eisenhower's coming out of the gate strong offensively. They struggled defensively, and now the Leafs look to be doing the same here. Stringing a couple of good plays together are the Cardinals.
From the Geneseo 37-yard line. Graham again. And a penalty flag.
Mr. Graham can run the football.
See a marker get thrown down?
Yeah.
He sure can.
Graham, the ball carrier, Hunziker on the tackle. We do have a flag on the play.
And it's going to go against, guess who? Eisenhower.
Holding.
Another holding call against Eisenhower.
And really that's the type of things that have taken them out of drives and made them turn the ball over has been penalties. That's number 11.
Their technique blocking is just got to get a little bit of work going. They like to reach out and tackle maybe.
On the penalty, moves it back. Cardinals have
Eisenhower was 1-8 last season, but they have hopes to make the playoffs this year. They think they can get back to at least 5-6 wins and do it, or more. Backs them up 9 yards. It's 1st and 19 from outside the Geneseo 45. Jackson fakes the handoff, another flag. And Jackson swallowed up, lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you this, though, too. This is a team that's going to be very, very good when you give them, 7 more weeks to get things primed out. This is a very good Chicago Public League school.
Van Dorn come into the ball game defensively here. Wasn't playing offense, but hobbles off defensively, and his leg is just cramping up on him fiercely.
And Van Dorn was the guy who got chop blocked down there. He was kind of down on the ground, too.
It might be more than a cramp this time.
Personal foul, chop block, high-low block, on white.
Yep, you guys called it. That's a big penalty, too. That's 15 from the spot.
They got to be close to 100 yards now with the 3 penalties here in the second half. It's got to be almost 100 yards in penalties.
First down and 34 yards.
34 yards. Wow.
Yeah, that's 61 yards in penalties first half. Yeah, so yeah, close to 100, if not more.
Can't win football games like that.
On 1st and 34, pass is almost intercepted off the hands.
First off of Scott.
Yep.
Then off of the Eisenhower receiver, Kenny Scott. And then off of Will Daniels. Daniels just about had that thing. He's kicking himself.
Would have been the second interception of the night for the Geneseo defense. Still keeps the Cardinals at a 2nd down and 34. 7:27 to play in the 3rd. It's 28-6 Green Machine on top here at home.
First interception set up a 21-point lead or 21-6 lead by the Leafs, and that was absolutely key.
Cortez Jackson in the pocket with time. His pass this time intercepted by Justin Scott at midfield, bringing it back to the 40. Tackled from behind. The ball comes loose and is rolling over by the Cardinals sideline. Scott got the ball stripped from behind.
Have a fumble on the play.
How long will it take to
They're going to have another conference here.
make a ruling on this?
They know where the ball goes.
Oh, it looks like it's a Geneseo guy from our replay here.
Yeah.
Geneseo retains possession.
Yeah.
Justin Scott trying to pick up yardage after the play.
36-yard line.
Gets the ball knocked loose, but it is recovered by the Leafs.
It's going to be Hartsock who came up on that. He pounced on the ball once it hit the ground.
So Geneseo with the football back and the lead of 28-6. They have it at the Cardinals' 36-yard line and quickly up to the line of scrimmage. They spread things out. Daniels under center behind Hinton with Singbush in motion. Sweep play to the right, cuts it back. Slips past two defenders and brought down at the 33. We'll give him 5 yards on the play.
Leafs continue to block over there. Singbush had to pick a little bit of his own hole on that sweep, and once again, that play was stopped fairly well in the first half by Eisenhower, but Singbush has picked up a couple nice gains here in the second half.
Singbush is kind of one of those quiet runners, too. All of a sudden, you look at the stat sheet, and he's got, 100 and some yards. He kind of does so quietly here and there.
On second down at the line of scrimmage, it's Haxby this time in motion. Two backs in motion. Singbush with the call. And Singbush has the first down. Top the 23 of Eisenhower.
Boom, boom, boom. Just keep hitting those holes. Cut back a little bit by Singbush. You can cut back against this team because they over pursue.
Yeah.
They really try to fly the ball, but their pursuit is not reversible easily.
Kind of a new technology, too, the Leafs have. I kind of talked about it. You can see the defensive staff down looking at it now. They're able to look at the formations that are coming at them.
Counter play to Haxby, weaving his way through, looking for room. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Geneseo to go up 34-6 with 6:06 to play in this third quarter. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza. You win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. One winner per season. Must redeem within 1 week. The number at La Roma Pizza, 944-6171.
Now we got the other big tackle, Sam Thomas, hobbling off the field. He was still on the ground when Haxby crossed the goal line, and he got up on his own accord, and he hobbled over here, and he's telling everybody to get away. He's going to shake it off. He doesn't want a trainer anywhere near him.
Extra point on its way.
Oh!
Daniels gets it off just in time. It's good, and he's perfect on the night. 5 for 5 on the extra points, and Geneseo out 35-6 as they've scored 28 straight points now.
Looked like it went right through the arms of the Eisenhower defender. Good nonetheless, perfect on the night. And we still have fireworks, and La Roma still has pizzas.
There we go. We got fireworks on the scoreboard, too. See, never run out of fireworks on the scoreboard.
Scoring drive covered 36 yards.
Just press play.
Plays, taking 1 minute and 12 seconds off that clock. With a touchdown score.
Once again, the Leafs capitalize on a interception. Big play opportunities, and just pounce on them quick while they're down.
Turnover is such a huge part of this game and such a huge part of football anywhere. You get those turnovers, and then you convert on them. And so far, Geneseo is 2 for 2 on both their turnovers coming through. And even Eisenhower on that one fumble, they were able to go 90 yards. So that's been a huge part of this game.
Quick scoring drive for Geneseo. Didn't take them long to get that 5th touchdown tonight. And we see Reed Graddert in the special teams kickoff team. I'll wait for this extra kickoff, and same spot. Kicks it short to the right. Picked up and brought out to the left, trying to run away from help. And there's number 88, Ben Cosgrave, coming up and making the tackle.
Didn't miss that one. Kate Humphreys also down the play all the time, as always. Tyler Thompson down there on that play. Number 25 and number...
on their own 36-yard line.
Yeah. Did I see a 24 come off of there? I did see a 24 come off there, I believe. Maybe not. But I don't have that number on the program. Apologize to whoever that is.
Eisenhower brings the ball out to the 36 on that kick return. We're halfway through the third quarter. 35-6 Geneseo.
Eisenhower staying true here. They're spreading the Leafs all out here.
Cortez Jackson will hand the football off to Graham. Graham with another nice run. Give him 6 yards out to the 42.
Doesn't look like Eisenhower's ready to quit. They got to hurry up offense, no huddle offense.
Scott and Humphrey on the tackle.
Trying to move the football in a timely fashion.
They need 3 on second and down, and they give it back to their running back, and that's a first down run. Stopped at the 48-yard line. And a player still down on the grass for the Cardinals. And we're going to have an officials timeout and stop the clock. 5:28 to play in the third. Geneseo 35, Blue Island Eisenhower 6.
Is that Boyd carry the football on that one? We don't see too many ball carriers besides Graham.
Yeah, I think they went to Boyd that time. Give Graham a rest.
And the Leafs come off the field here.
Kind of holding that elbow.
See if we can, doesn't look like they're, yep, they're going to get some hydration going on here. Got to keep sucking some water down.
It's a hot one for September.
Gracie McAvoy on the spot.
Another home game next week, guys. Chicago Hope. Small school, about 300 students is all. I mean, you have Eisenhower's got about 1,400 students, so kind of put that in perspective. So that's the third home game for Geneseo next week, and we'll have it here for you on TV 50 as usual.
Kind of lucked out with so many home games throughout the schedule. Only have to travel to about three away games this year, so it's a nice homestand to come out and see the Leafs early on. These first 3 games are home before they hit the road.
I don't think that has anything to do with luck, Zach. I think that's a magic athletic director. Somehow he pulled some strings.
On first down for Eisenhower. Quick out, and the pass is dropped.
No, it was forward.
Forward pass, so it's incomplete.
It was forward by about a yard.
Still 80 degrees, according to AccuWeather.com.
Somebody's lying. That is this is way too warm for 80 degrees. Beautiful football weather. Doesn't get any better than this is September 4th.
After the incomplete pass, back to action, second down and 10. Handed off.
Whoa,
straight
explosion.
Up the middle. There's Graham again.
My goodness.
Close to that first down marker. Just put his head down and just went flying through there.
He's such a fast runner. He keeps his feet moving through contact, doesn't stop those feet chopping, and he's a deadly force there. He's a real good player.
He just blew through that hole. Wasn't much of a seam there, but he was through it before anybody could move.
Low snap gets by Jackson. He picks it up, lost it now still loose. And he was able to get his arms around it, but he lost about 10 yards on the play.
Major Kurth all over him. CJ Major Kurth, he saw that ball on the ground, and he was heading for ball, but just couldn't get around the blocker.
Cardinals just can't consistently put something together. It's either a penalty or now it's a bad snap that just puts them back. They're just making their own mistakes.
It's always one thing that they do to themselves to take them out of a series.
Cole Hunsaker also was in on that football. He was trying to rip it out of his hands, but he was on the ground and had it all covered up.
2 receivers wide right, 1 to the left. With Graham in the backfield by Cortez Jackson. Ball is fumbled on the exchange, kicked, still on the turf, picked up by CJ Majorkirth. He fumbles it forward. It's the old fumble Ruski. Geneseo has the ball after multiple fumbles. And they have it inside the 30-yard line of Eisenhower.
Running back never really even had control of the football. Major Kurth had it. He did have control of it for a while, but just didn't hold on to it.
Jordan Jackson looks like he ends up the final guy getting on that ball and coming up with it.
Welch almost was the other one in pursuit, almost got that. But the Leafs again on a turnover are going to try to capitalize here, run this score up in the 40s.
Geneseo, I think, calls a timeout. They had 12 guys in the huddle. They broke it with 12. So instead of taking a 5-yard penalty, they'll choose to take the timeout and reset this.
Be nice if we could see the Leafs put a little bit of, take a little clock off here. This third quarter has kind of slowed way down to a crawl, and nice to get that clock running again.
Another turnover by Eisenhower. That's their third turnover tonight. Two interceptions by this Geneseo defense and a fumble recovery. That mirrors what they did last week in their opening game.
That's Geneseo's first timeout.
So when we resume play, Geneseo has the ball at the Eisenhower 28-yard line. And do you look at the Cardinal players in there? They kind of shrug in and heads are down there.
One of those things that it feels like when it rains, it pours, and Leafs have been able to get a couple of scores back to back here, and Eisenhower hasn't been able to answer back.
Jordan Jackson in the backfield for Geneseo on this possession, and they'll give him the ball on the counter. A penalty flag thrown behind the play.
This might be the Leafs' first penalty.
On the carry for Geneseo, we do have a flag on the play.
Got Sam Welch in the backfield.
We got a hold, green.
Hold on the Green Machine offense.
That's going to set them back just a little.
10 yards, maybe even farther. Are they going?
Still got.
Must have went from the spot of the foul. A 12-yard penalty.
Maple Leafs now have it.
Still got most of their offensive line in the game.
First and 22.
The offensive line again has had a fine game. Blowing some nice holes.
A little different. Someone on the line must have stepped a couple of steps back and then held.
Trying to sweep it out to the outside for Geneseo is Andrew Pischke, his first carry tonight, the junior.
Andrew Pischke, the ball carrier on the sweeper on the left side, making the initial hit for the Cardinals. Number 7,
Cade Humphreys in the backfield. Getting some action in here, but the offensive line is still holding pretty solid.
Second down and 19 for Geneseo at the 38-yard line of the Cardinals. Welch to set up and throw. Completes the pass. Looks like a loss on the play. Andrew Pischke made the reception behind the line of scrimmage and then slipped, trying to make a cut up field.
No gain on the play.
It'll be a completed pass, but negative yards.
With this 200% humidity out there, it could be getting slick.
21.
The grass could be really getting wet.
Ball on the Cardinal.
35-6 is the score here in the third quarter with 3:10 to play. Geneseo with a comfortable lead. Ryan Tokas, who's got a touchdown pass reception tonight, wide to the right with Jordan Jackson in the slot to that side. And Mr. Lyons judge says, I haven't thrown a flag for a while. Let me drop this down.
Man,
somebody lined up in the neutral zone, I think, for Geneseo.
We've had so many penalties here tonight.
We got legal procedure, green. Replay third.
So that'll back up Geneseo, make it 3rd and 23. And what looked like a promising drive here, Geneseo has been backed up with a couple of penalties. Wind the clock, 2:55 to play in the third quarter. Geneseo leading 35-6. Run it up the middle. Cade Humphreys breaks a tackle, breaks another one. He's loose to the 30, the 25, and a long run there by the fullback for Geneseo, Cade Humphreys.
Cade Humphreys kind of makes it a tough decision now. What do you do?
That's about 20-plus yards. Picked up on third down.
Russell. Maple Leafs have it now.
Looks like the Leafs are going to go for it.
I think you go for it here. You know, you can't punt.
Yeah.
We don't know who the punter is.
No.
It's not week 4 yet.
Be a really long field goal.
And with the score 35-6, a field goal probably isn't the ideal situation. So you go for it and see what you got.
4th and 5, Geneseo.
See if there's one more counter play in that book.
Toss it. This is Pischke. He's going to be just short. Got to the 20-yard line. Maybe just inside that line, but needed to get to the 19, and Geneseo's going to have to turn it over on downs. Coming up a yard short. Turn it back over with 1:47 to play in the third. Still leading this game 35-6 over Eisenhower.
And they're still using their first team defensive unit.
I'd keep them on the field too. If you got Graham still in the ball game and Cortez Jackson, I don't see those guys really even coming out tonight.
And we're dealing with a different team than last week. You know, last week Blue Island didn't have a lot of guys to mess with, you know, on the sidelines. They had a few number. This Cardinals team has quite a few guys over there.
Yeah, they definitely got a full roster from 1 to 99. Using all the numbers, aren't they? Even got 3 guys with number 33 on the team. First down, run the ball. Not much there, though, as Geneseo just keeps them contained. Reed Grattert down on that bottom of the pile, the nose guard for Geneseo.
The ball carrier.
He can create a pile.
He was double teamed and still helped out on the tackle.
Still got over there and pulled back. Well done.
No gain on the play makes it 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals.
We're going to have to train these guys to turn their backs to us a little bit so we can read their numbers.
On 2nd and 10, low snap. Jackson gets it out of his hands, and he does complete the pass. Broken tackle, still on his feet, is Sterling Graves down to the 40, the 30, and finally caught from behind, and a flag comes in after the tackle.
Pass complete to number 3, Sterling Graves. Tackle from
Connor
behind,
Welch down there on the tackle. Also,
the way his head snapped back, it could be like a horse collar type tackle.
Nice play by Connor, taking that right angle to be able to pursue that guy down. He was off to the races down that far sideline.
Gunnar Gaines on the tackle as well.
Charlie Weiss checks in the ball game.
Horse collar, the tackle. You might have heard that on the crowd mic. So that's a 15-yard penalty.
Wow, they're still walking.
And the football now inside the 15 to the 13 of Geneseo. 35-6 is the score. We're under a minute to play in the third quarter. Eisenhower on the move. Cortez Jackson takes the long snap, looks to the end zone, puts it up. Some contact in the end zone. The pass falls incomplete as Gunnar Gaines was in on the coverage.
Well, the bump was definitely by the offensive player. But as you see the ball fall to the ground, they wave that one off.
Good job by Gunnar to be able to answer back there. Kind of picked on him a little bit, went 2 times over to his side. And when you answer back, then they kind of know to back off a little bit.
2nd and 10 from the 13. Graham sweeping to the right, inside the 10, the 5, stretches out to the goal line. He comes up short to the 1.
It's going to be a first down, though, 1st and goal.
No huddle, hurry up here by the Cardinals. They're ready to snap the ball. Jackson's already scored tonight on a quarterback sneak. We'll probably try the same play here. Under center, lost the ball.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, looks like they recovered. There's no excitement out of the league.
And now a touchdown is the call.
Oh, my.
Another late call, but
Touchdown.
Eisenhower gets their 2nd touchdown on a quarterback sneak by Cortez.
Looks like they know how to play the fumblerooski also.
assuming he held on to the ball or recovered it in the end zone.
It definitely hit the ground. And it probably just rolled forward and must have dove on it in the end zone, across the goal line.
35-12's the score. The Cardinals tried an extra point on their first touchdown kicking, and they had a bad snap and could not convert on the pass play. They will still choose to kick the ball here instead of going for 2. And we don't have a number 27 on our roster for Eisenhower. We do have 3 kickers listed, and they will try this to go for 2, and they're going to make it. Number 7, Devon Boyd, who was the holder, scrambled around and ran it in for the 2-point conversion, making the score 35-14.
We bit that one hook, line, and sinker. Just did not have any balance on that coverage at all.
No. Guy on the edge over pursued a little bit and jumped right around there, did Boyd. Nice play, recognizing that.
Cardinals scoring drive covered 70 yards.
70-yard scoring drive for Eisenhower. We'll get the numbers here on the drive for the Cardinals. They had a long pass in that series, and then a 15-yard penalty tacked on after that play for a horse collar.
Well, you like 21-point lead with the 1 quarter to go, but crazier things have happened. You know, we need hang on to the football, get some sustained drives, take that clock, finish this ball game off in style.
Especially a team like Eisenhower that's able to score so quickly in just a couple of plays with some long pass plays, and we know that he's not afraid to throw it up back there.
Took 5 plays for Eisenhower to score. 80-yard drive, 1:20 is all it needed for the scoring drive. A 1-yard quarterback sneak by Cortez Jackson, again his 2nd touchdown, and the 2-point was run in by Javon Boyd. So that read option offense looks pretty dangerous for Eisenhower going forward in this season for them.
Yeah, especially when you have a running back like Graham. He's a hard-nosed runner.
You can tell the Leaf coaching staff doesn't believe this game is over also. They've used their starters for the most part, did put some offensive backs in. Oop, whistle.
Hands team is in for Geneseo, expecting an onside kick, but they kicked deep to Haxby, and the Cardinals jumped the gun there, and they're going to be called for illegal procedure on the kickoff. That'll put it back to the 35 for the kickoff now.
Still trying to decide whether these guys are really picky or Eisenhower is just not very smart how they're cheating. They have a lot of penalties amassed against them.
That's got to be what, number 13, number 14, something in there. I mean,
it is
wow.
Crazy.
9 at halftime, by halftime, and yeah, 4 or 5 at least in the second half. So they'll try it again from the 27-yard line.
Yeah, they're staying up on this one.
I'm sorry, from the 35-yard line.
Just got the mid-deep back and the deep back. Expecting some sort of a pooch maybe. There it is.
Squibbit and falling on it and securing that football near the 35-yard line is Lucas Hofer, number 21.
Kickoff recovered by number 21, Lucas Hofer.
So we have 27 seconds to play before the end of the 3rd quarter. And Geneseo bringing back Will Daniels at quarterback.
On their own 36-yard line.
Well, Zach, you mentioned that you ran the camera last week, but we didn't mention that Keith was in Venice.
That's right.
He had to check the signal strength, I guess.
On his gondola, probably.
He was living the high life. Welcome back to our press box here. A great night.
Haxby gets the call. He's got room to run. 10-yard run out to the 46-yard line.
And I don't think that was Venice, Illinois. That might have been across the big pond.
The ball carrier, Smith and Graham on the tackle.
Rodsean Graham making the tackle. Again, his brother Rayshawn is the running back for Eisenhower. They're twins.
On their own 47-yard.
Clock ticking down. It looks like that's going to be it for the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Geneseo will let the time run off the clock here in the 3rd period. couple more touchdowns for Geneseo in the third quarter. Eisenhower scores as well, and at the end of 3, it's Geneseo 35, Eisenhower 14.
This TV 50 telecast is sponsored in part by Hazelwood Homes, Dairy Queen, Eric Henderson and Greg Anderson of Country Financial, Turpins of Geneseo, Geneseo Telephone Company, Central Bank, B&B Lawn Equipment and Cyclery, Snap Fitness, Vandemore Funeral Home, Holland and Sons Equipment, Northside Rexall Drug, Hammond Henry Hospital, ProTech Auto Body, Village Home Stores, Liberty Village, Farmers National Bank. Please patronize our sponsors and let them know you appreciate their support of this TV 50 telecast.
Ready to start the fourth quarter from Bob Reed Field in Geneseo. The Geneseo Green Machine out in front of Blue Island Eisenhower. The score is 35-14. Been a very competitive game tonight here. You know, Eisenhower is throwing everything they can at Geneseo, and it's good to see him get some challenges here early on in the season.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people will look at this score and kind of be like, you know, what happened here? But this is a very good Eisenhower team, and a team that should go on and probably win 7 more games and be 8-1, make the playoffs. This is a very good team out of the Chicago Public League.
Counter play, Connor Welch on 1st and 10 to start the fourth quarter. Across midfield to the Eisenhower 49.
At least get Will Daniels back in the ball game. Still have the offensive line, most of the starting group, it looks like, in there. So they'd like to score again, or at least make a sustained drive, get that ball down the field and run that clock.
One of the things that has taken Eisenhower out of the game is that they do now have 106 yards and penalties, 13 of them to the Leafs, just 3.
Cade Humphreys gets the fake, and they'll give it back. The second back through. I think that
was Welch.
That's Welch again. Yep. Thank you.
Welch on the carry.
But we got our yellow flag. Got the offensive line pushing the entire defensive line downfield, but that's going to be a hold. Maybe they did look at that scorebook and decide the penalties were a bit lopsided. Going to make it up here. Or maybe we had somebody hold. It's possible.
Maybe they just like to throw the flag. I don't know.
I think that's pretty obvious. They enjoy whistles and flags.
Well, he's mic'd up tonight. He likes to, you know, hear himself talk. Maybe, I don't know.
We all have our toys. Those guys have striped shirts, whistles and flags.
Second down and 13 now for Geneseo from their own 44-yard line. Sweep play. Getting out to the 50-yard line. It's Lucas Hofer.
Whoa.
And whoa. One of the players here, it's Rodshon Graham onto the track off the football field.
Wow.
Gets a round of applause. Well, he hit pretty hard out here.
Yeah, and he hit the side of that bench.
How did he get that far out of bounds?
Man. Well, we said they pursue hard, and he was playing downhill.
Going to have 3rd and 2 for the Leafs here. That was kind of scary. All of a sudden, he's rolling across the track.
Stays in the game.
And he knew he was on a hard surface.
3rd and 2. Counter again.
Oh, yeah.
With room to run. That's Hofer. He's gone 35-30. Down to the 20. The 10 into the end zone. Touchdown. That's Quinn Singbush for the score. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza. Every time Geneseo scores a touchdown, you win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. 1 winner per season and must redeem within 1 week. La Roma Pizza 944-6171. Touchdown by Quinn Singbush.
That counteraction has just been successful all night. They just, their pursuit, if you can cut back against their pursuit, they just don't know how to handle that. Excellent execution by the Leafs one more time.
Another 45 yards to add to Quinn Singbush.
Extra point on its way. May have been
Whoa.
partially blocked, but it's got enough to get over the crossbar, and it's good.
That was a creeper. That just barely crawled over that crossbar.
6th touchdown tonight for Geneseo. They make the lead 42-14 with 10:19 to play in the 4th quarter.
Geneseo scoring drive covered 86 yards.
Here's the scoring drive. 4 plays, took 64 yards, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. A 45-yard touchdown run by Quinn Singbush. And the extra point by Will Daniels, 42-14. So, you know, you mentioned a little while ago, Zach, just how Quinn Singbush is kind of quietly gets those yard figures.
That wasn't so quiet
no.
there. Man, he blew through that, though, almost 50 yards just in that one play.
Right.
He's got to be getting up there in his total yardage right now as we're adding it up.
You had said earlier, Zach, you know, that 100 yards just kind of appears.
Yeah.
That helps a lot right there.
Well, he's got, what, 89? Haxby was probably, what, about 93 or so? Is he over 100? 127? Okay.
That's some nice yardage.
200 yards between 2 running backs. That's pretty good. That's a good night's work.
Yeah. You add in 37 hard yards by Hunsaker right there, the fullback position, too. Coming through good on those 3rd down, 3rd and 3s.
To restart the game, Reed Graddert tries it to the left side, end over end kick.
Ooh, he had his knee down. Yep.
Ball caught by Brandon Smith, but yeah, his knee was down. So.
Nice little genuflect as he caught the ball.
Cardinals will have it 1st and 10.
So we'll see the Cardinal offense. They've put together a couple scoring drives tonight. They got 14 points on the board. A couple touchdown runs or sneaks by their quarterback, Cortez Jackson. And they'll come back out here with 10:18 to play in the game.
Talked about the conditioning issue and the stamina, but Blue Island is, you know, really holding up pretty well. They seem like they still want to play this football game. Kudos to them.
It's like Geneseo's got their starting tackles off from the defense here as they start to bring in some new jerseys. We'll try to get these guys on 1st and 10. This is Jackson. Cortez Jackson out to the 36-yard line. About a yard short of the first.
Welch on the tackle. And I believe Justin Scott was also over there.
Gain of 9 on the play makes it 2nd and 1.
So up front, you got Ryan Hartsock, Reed Graddert, Zach Humphrey, number 86.
Cade Humphreys on that tackle also. I knew there was somebody else.
Some starters still out there like C.J. Majorkirth at the linebacker position. On 2nd and short, empty backfield. Jackson deep ball over the middle and off the fingertips, incomplete. Intended for his leading receiver, Kenny Scott.
Now you can see he's tired.
Now he's got a leg cramp.
Yep, now Scott's having trouble. It's a tough ball game in a tough conditions today. Humidity high, heat index up.
We have an injury timeout on the field.
Well, you got to keep hydrating.
Timeout, injury.
But he's cramping for sure.
We'll take a timeout for that. 9 minutes and 28 seconds to play in the game. Geneseo up 42-14.
Charlie Weiss checks into the game for Zach Humphrey. Charlie starting at the offensive guard position, getting some defensive work. Quite a bit tonight, actually. Seen him in on a few plays.
Good time to get some water.
It is, good. A lot of these starters still in the ball game.
Keep waiting for that heat to let up, and it really hasn't.
No, it's been a few days here. The man in the middle, number 73, Reed Graddert, is, did he just check out? No, he's still there. Yep. He's still battling it out. The guys that go pretty much one way are don't have it quite as tough as the two-way players. two-way players, or they just got to be, they got to be getting some water.
And looking at this year's squad, there's a lot of guys going both ways. I think more than normal, more than probably Coach Johnson would like. But one of those things, you know, as long as you're able to do it, and so far they've done a pretty good job of it. And they're pretty quick so far at subbing those guys out, getting some new jerseys in.
Back to action now after the injury timeout. 3rd and 1. And they pick it up with Graham off the right side to the 44-yard line.
Graham, the ball carrier.
Hunsaker comes in defensively now. Again, Justin Scott takes a break.
Cardinals do pick up a first down on the play. Eisenhower
Justin Scott not feeling well early in the second half,
on their own 44-yard
or the first half.
He looks a little gassed out there.
He needs some juice.
He goes so hard, too, when he's out there. He is
right. Yep, get him a drink.
100% the whole
Get him
time.
a drink.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. Jackson pump fake, going deep down this sideline and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. That'll stop the clock, 8:57 to play in the game. The score, Geneseo 42, Eisenhower 14.
He had Gunnar Gaines open. I thought he was throwing to him.
I thought he was going to try to put it in that net over there, the kicking net. Came close.
The receiver, Sterling Graves, had no chance for that ball. 9 minutes left. 42-14, and Leafs just got a run clock.
Cardinals haven't given up yet. Still looking for that home run. Play clock down to 5 on the snap. Fake it. Jackson keeps it. Spins his way. Past 2 defenders and gets into Geneseo territory at the 49.
Jackson on the quarterback keeper up the middle. Hunsaker on the tackle for the Maple Leafs.
Hunsaker with the tackle, and it's a 7-yard run. 3rd down and 3.
Charlie Weiss came over to finish him off, and his helmet came about almost halfway off, and he pulled it back on real fast. Looked around to see if anybody was looking. Didn't come out of the game. Good boy, Charlie.
I'm surprised they didn't see that because his officiating crew has seen a lot of things tonight.
They haven't missed much.
3rd down, a long 3 here for the Cardinals. Graham takes the handoff, turns the corner on the right side. He's got the first down and more, down to the 30, cuts it back to the 25, the 20, the 10, the 5, into the end zone. Looks like a touchdown. I don't see any penalty markers down.
Touchdown.
And it'll be good.
And that's why setting the edge is so important. They pulled a guard out there, and he was able to get around the outside of the guy trying to set the edge for the Leafs. And they got the speed when they get outside that in a foot race, they're probably going to win over there.
He beat a couple guys one-on-one over there, but I sure wouldn't want to be that guy. He's hard to catch one-on-one. When you got the angle on, he just cuts back on you. Good football player. Got to give him the credit.
Last week we had 62 points scored. We've got 62 points combined tonight.
Leafs don't give up 3 touchdowns in many games. Doesn't happen often.
No, it does not.
Conditions are tough tonight, no doubt.
A few of the starters were out on that series to begin with. They'll go for 2 here. Jackson with pressure from Ryan Hartsock, gets loose, still on his feet, dives to the corner, goes airborne, and does not get in. Connor Welch came up there, helped on the tackle to stop Jackson from getting into the end zone.
Very close.
The score will remain 42 Geneseo, Eisenhower 20.
Heading for that pylon, very, very close, and you had to be right on the goal line to see whether it was in or not. But as you said, Welch got a good piece of him. Actually, I believe it was both Welches over there on that play.
Number 5, Rayshawn Graham.
If I'm not mistaken.
The Welch twins.
Yeah.
So Eisenhower.
Like 19 and 41.
Yep. 20 points tonight for Eisenhower. They had 42 last week, so we knew they could score some points.
Yeah, we knew they could too, and so have the Leafs against a good team. Put up 42 points. The offense looks ready to go here in the first 2 weeks.
49-yard touchdown run for Rayshawn Graham. Caps a 6-play, 74-yard scoring drive for the Cardinals. Took 2 minutes and 17 seconds off the 4th quarter clock. The 2-point try was no good. And we are at 42-20 with 8:02 to play.
Still got to hang on to the football here. Make sure you run some clock. Make sure you make some positive yardage. They strike so quickly. They don't take much time to score. 8 minutes left in this game. You don't want to give them that football back quick. Once again, guard against that little Poochie onside kick.
Graham's probably over 100 yards now, too, so he might be the leading rusher in the game. Here's the kickoff. Squibbed it off the hands, and C.J. Majorkirth gets a hold of it and brings it down. Sam Thomas almost had that. Almost.
Well, like you said, they put their hands team in.
He slowed it down for C.J.
That's a scary job to be Majorkirth there. Open his whole body up there to the Cardinals coming right on down.
He's trying to get down as fast as he can get, but they're just thundering in on him. But the Leafs retain possession just right on the 45-yard line.
Again, looks like most of the starters still in for Geneseo with Jacob Van Doren on the sideline. So Dalton Stage is in at tackle, and encroachment there on the Cardinals as they came into the neutral zone.
I think you have to keep those people in there. This game isn't over yet. You know, I mean, it looks like it, 42-20, but they just strike so fast. If you give them the football back, they get right back in it quick.
Right, they only took 2 minutes to score that last touchdown on that drive. So, yeah, you got to keep your guys in there. It's good conditioning.
Yeah.
You know.
And those guys last week got so much playing time, played the entire second half, and we'll get probably another series here tonight.
Just a note, Graham has 144 yards rushing for Eisenhower tonight. 1st and 5 after the penalty, and stood up and piled, driven back by the other Graham, Rodshon. And Kate Humphreys is taken down for a loss on the play of maybe a yard.
Nope. That would have been a penalty point in wrestling, that body slam.
Yeah. Kind of brought me back 2 years ago to Dixon. Remember whenever Brandon Mislow brought that Dixon guy up, that was a little bit more vicious. A little bit more.
Yeah, it was. No gain on the play. Clock is moving, 7:25 to play in the game. Geneseo 42, Eisenhower 20. Play clock down to 10 as Geneseo breaks the huddle. Will Daniels there, now he sees the play clock, gets under center, gets the snap and hands it off. With room to run, Singbush again to the 40, the 30, down the sideline, caught from behind, inside the 20 and taken out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 16.
On a long run up the right side, brought down from behind by number 4, Brandon Smith.
Little misdirection action, left that wide right side wide open. Singbush just took it down the sideline. There wasn't much to beat right there. Just a foot race.
They'll get the chains moved down the sideline. Those guys have been busy tonight.
They have.
Once again, kudos to that offensive line. They've been really handling the defensive line of the Cardinals. Charlie Weiss, Hunter Hinton, Nick Anderson, Sam Thomas, Jacob Van Doren, C.J. Majorkirth at the tight end.
Back they go to the, they give it to Connor Welch. Sweeps to the 10, the 5. Welch trying to get in the end zone, dives to the goal line. And he is going to be just short, right at the 1 yard line.
And we want to mention Dalton Stage coming in for Jacob Van Doren at times today, doing a nice job in that offensive line. Leafs have moved the football well today.
And with that 34-yard run there by Singbush, he's up to 123 now. A lot of that coming here in the end of the third, start of the fourth quarter.
C.J. Majorkirth runs the play in. 6:33 to play in the game. Geneseo has it 1st and goal from the 1 yard line, so get your phones ready.
Wills is predicting a run already. We'll see if he's true. I got a feeling he's right.
Daniels hands it off to Cade Humphreys, trying to back his way in. He's got it. Touchdown, Geneseo. 10th caller to La Roma Pizza, 944-6171. You win a free large 2-topping pizza. Live broadcast viewers and listeners only. Must redeem within 1 week and 1 winner per season, please. Scoreboard showing 48 points.
Well, we're out of fireworks. Roma still got dough. I love it. They always win.
I think this is Jacob Verplates to kick the extra point.
That's not going to look
good. That is no good.
Extra point attempt is no good.
So the score remains 48-20, a 28-point lead for the Geneseo Green Machine with 6:33 to play in this game. A lot of scoring tonight.
I talked to some of the Geneseo players when they had their a dinner provided by La Roma's early in the year, and they said that La Roma's people said, "Come on, take it easy on us. We don't want to." And so far they haven't. They've been giving away a lot of pizzas here in the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're up to 16 already. 16 touchdowns in 2 games. All right, we're on to the second sheet here for our scoring drives. That's how many touchdowns we've had combined. 4-play scoring drive for Geneseo, 55 yards, 1 minute and 29 seconds. A 1-yard touchdown run by Cade Humphreys, and the extra point was no good.
I tell you what, though, that preseason dinner for the football team, that was more than 16 pizzas.
Yeah, it was.
Very generous. We thank La Roma's for being so generous to our community.
Kicking off for the Maple Leafs, number 73.
Getting excited about the Saints season coming up there at La Roma's.
Number 1,
looking to get back to the Super Bowl. New Orleans Saints. Just saying.
You're not going to get a comment.
Sure, we'll be talking about the baseball season a little bit later on in this program. Cubs, Cardinals, somewhere in October. That'll be interesting. Here's the kickoff. They fake the handoff this time, and a penalty flag thrown in as Cortez Jackson keeps it himself.
Penalty flags all over.
A couple players down by.
Oh my gosh, that's.
We have multiple flags on the field.
Is that Graham over there?
Sterling Graves, number 3, is down.
Graves. I thought it was 5.
Right. Cramp.
He's really in pain. He's got a nasty cramp. So it's all coming back.
Way back.
We don't know what it is, but it's way back.
Putting the ball down at the 21-yard line.
So you mentioned the Cubs and Cardinals. The Cubs are having a good season. I haven't checked lately. Who's leading that division?
Cardinals will start their drive 1st and 10 on their own 21-yard line.
No response. See, that's how that works.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody will know.
All right, the injured player, that's Graves. He's able to get to the sideline. We're ready for football.
They'll have him on his back trying to stretch those cramps out. Crazy night for football.
Checking our weather again.
Yeah, we're going to update it and see what we have for a temperature right now. 78 degrees. We're only down 5 degrees since kickoff.
We're ready to go get a jacket.
We're going to remind you this later on in the season.
Shotgun formation, Cortez Jackson. He's going to heave it long. Send it down. He's got a man open. It's caught at the 40 to the 30, down to the 20, tripped up and knocked out of bounds.
And also hurt.
Oh.
Wow, he got his heel.
Rayshon Graham deep.
What a throw.
And that's their top running back who's down at around the 10-yard line.
It's a great throw, and it's a great catch, and it's a great tackle by Sam Welch?
Connor Welch over there on the corner. Pursuit. And
Connor Welch.
Man, looked like he kind of got the wind just knocked out of him. The way he fell down, diving out.
That play's going to go for 65 yards. That's probably the longest play of the night.
But Graham is still down.
Right.
He wants to get up, but he is not getting up easy. He's hobbling over.
Big time throw for the Cardinals.
Yep. They've had some really key plays when they really needed it, when they got their back to the wall.
We said how fast they can score. Showing it right here, going 60-some yards.
Graham just got down. He just used the speed. He got behind a couple guys, and they just heaved that ball as far as he could throw it. He ran under it. Very nice executed play.
So ball just inside the Geneseo 15 on the right hash.
But the time is running now. When it was a 20-point ball game with 8 minutes left, that made me a little more nervous than 28 points with 6 minutes left. It's going to be tough. Leafs still want to stiffen up right here.
Jackson back to throwing the ball to the end zone, and it is incomplete, knocked away there by
is incomplete, brings up second
Lucas
down for
Hofer.
the Cardinals.
Hofer with the pass deflection there, knocking it down, number 21. So it'll bring up second down and 10 from the 14 with 5:48 to play in the fourth. Quick throw again by Jackson, same play, and
Singbush almost picked that ball.
Singbush, yep.
Pass from Jackson intended for Scott, incomplete.
That must have been Singbush on that last play then too.
Third down.
And
That far corner really gets me.
Yeah.
27, 21, they all look the same.
No, I think it was 21. No, that was Singbush that time, but I believe it was. I'm sure it was 21 that played before that, I think. No?
Quarterback for Eisenhower too is just, it's like he knows where he's going to throw it before the ball snapped. Double coverage over there back in the corner of the end zone, and that didn't scare him. Still went over there.
It's a timing play, and the timing didn't work out on that one.
48-20 the score. Geneseo with the lead of 28. We're in the fourth quarter. 5:42 to play. 3rd and 10. Graham back in the game. He takes the fake handoff. And Jackson's going to keep it himself and get inside the 10 to about the 7. So now it's 4th and about 4 or 5.
There's a lot of hobbling football players out there tonight.
Jackson on the quarterback keeper.
Both teams have a lot of guys limping around.
The tackle for Geneseo.
A lot of these guys are going to be real sore tomorrow when they wake up.
Hopefully by next Friday they'll be ready to go, fired up to get another one.
Hope Casey's got a lot of ice there in the freezer because they're going to need to buy some on the way home.
There you go.
There's a big 4th down play.
And so big they have to take a timeout. So that will stop the clock officially with 5:01 to play in the fourth. Geneseo 48, Eisenhower 20.
We're talking about tired bodies. They're having a hard time getting to the sideline. But they aren't quitters. They're battling right through this thing at 48-20. They're trying to get some more points on the board.
So home game again next week, Green Machine fans. We'll have it here for you on TV 50. Chicago Hope. I think the first meeting between these two schools next week. So that will, I think will be a sophomore game. Not 100% sure. So stay tuned. We'll have more news on that later.
It was a nice sophomore game tonight.
Second win.
27-7.
Congratulations, the sophomore team.
That's right. They beat Alleman last Saturday.
Was it 28-0?
28-0.
Freshman had a real good game with Alleman, too. It came down to a last-second touchdown by the Pioneers.
Yep. All right, we're ready for this 4th down play here for Eisenhower. 4th and 4 from the Geneseo 7. 48-20 is the score. Geneseo on top. Motion across the line as they send Javon Boyd out to the left. And they run out of time, or they move?
I think they're going to call that on the Leafs, unless they were provoked first. It is going to be encroachment.
Yep. That'll help out half the distance. So instead of 4th and 4.
They were getting bored with the game. They figured they better blow a whistle.
It's about as close as you can get without getting a first down. I'd call for a measurement. 4th and inches now from the 4-yard line. Gonna try the quarterback sneak maybe. He's in shotgun formation with blitz showing. Graham takes it to the goal line, and he is in for a Eisenhower touchdown here with 5:01 to play.
Graham.
Much time came off the clock there, but it is another score here for Eisenhower.
Well, the Leafs are going to learn a lot of things from this ball game. They're going to watch this film, and they're, especially defensively, I think they're going to have a lot of things that they're going to work on. And they needed a good ball game. They needed a team that could come in and move the football against them so they could learn some things. if they went through the first 3 weeks of this season here and just kind of blew teams out, that would not help them. This is going to be good for them.
Give them a chance to look at the game film and work on some things. Improve as a team, improve as individuals.
Hopefully it's good for Eisenhower.
Going for 2, and it's knocked away incomplete. Ryan Hartsock got his hand on the ball. So the score remains 48-26. Still 5 minutes to play in the game. And Geneseo will get the ball back, hopefully. We may see another onside kick attempt by Eisenhower.
Swin, if you're Geneseo, you'd like to get the ball here, take as much time as possible off the clock and go down and score and hopefully just close out the game that way. The second half is slowed down substantially than that first half.
Incomplete passes, stop clocks.
So
bringing it on.
Yep. That 65-yard pass play fueled that scoring drive for Eisenhower. 5 plays, 79 total yards, 2 minutes and 32 seconds. A 4-yard touchdown run by Rayshawn Graham. 2-point conversion failed. 48-26 is where we stand right now with 5:01 to play in the fourth quarter. Hands team ready to go. Expecting an onside kick. Here's the approach. It's got to go 10 yards. Ball tipped around. Big pile up. Eisenhower indicating they have the ball.
Yeah.
No official signal yet.
It could be anybody.
They're pulling them off the pile.
It's a fight down there in that pile.
And Eisenhower excited. They've got the football back on an onside kick at the Geneseo 43-yard line, and a slow player coming up here.
That's Sam Thomas trying to get off. He was at the bottom of the pile. I saw him go up, try to get the football, but wasn't able to reach it. He ended up on the bottom of the pile.
Thomas is going to come out on the defensive lineup.
Yeah, actually, the only reason he was staying on the field is he thought we had the football, I believe.
Okay.
So it looks like the Leafs are going to have to stiffen up one more time. They don't really want this many points scored against them. Win or lose the game, you obviously hope they win the ball game, but they can't have this many points scored against them on a regular basis.
Jackson in trouble, and he's sacked by Ryan Hartsock with a flag thrown by the official.
Just when you think the clock's going to keep running.
Out of the pocket, tackled by number 80, Ryan Hartsock. We do have a flag on the play.
They may be able to decline this. Yeah, they can refuse that penalty and they'll accept the play.
Clock is stopped, 4:48 to play in the game. 48-26, Geneseo with the lead, but Eisenhower has the football back on an onside kick. And it's second down and almost 20 now after that penalty. Now the official winds the clock. We got some coaching out there in the stands.
Yep,
so.
help of the fans.
It's only their second week, too.
We'll get it all down. Shotgun formation. Fake it. And Jackson is going to be wrapped up by Jacob Van Doren, who's back in the lineup. Nice tackle there for a loss.
That'll make him feel better.
74, Jacob Van Doren.
He got beat up a little bit tonight with some cramps and some bumps and bruises, but that always makes it feel better.
Eisenhower in a hole here yet. Third down.
Makes it
20.
Third down and 22 to go.
Call it 22. Under 4 minutes to play in the game.
I think you're right. I think it is 20. What does the PA announcer know, right? Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
There's 3 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the game.
And a timeout taken by Eisenhower.
Oh, okay. I thought they were going to call a penalty. When the coach calls a timeout, you got to blow the whistle. It's part of the rules.
Yep. You get 3 to use per half, and I'll just use them up.
Well, they're not going home. They're not in any hurry, I think. Do they stay overnight?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure
Maybe they do go.
They're out after this.
Maybe they do go. Okay.
They'll be getting home tomorrow.
Yeah.
Oh, they will.
Where are the officials from? Will they be getting home tomorrow also?
I'm not sure where they got. Not from Chicago, I don't think.
After the timeout, we'll get this action back going with Eisenhower looking at a third. We're going to call it 3rd and 20. We measured it up here. Ball at the Eisenhower 47-yard line. They need to get to the Geneseo 33. "74 points scored in today's game. Play clock down to 10. Jackson in the pocket, stepping up, lets it fly, incomplete. Had some pressure from both ends. Ryan Hartsock and Cade Humphreys putting the pressure on. Make it 4th down.
22 for the Cardinals.
We still appear to be just a little bit vulnerable in the middle on those deep routes. Again, something to work on. It's good to learn it now. There'll be other teams that can pass the ball well that we play this year.
LaSalle Peru and Sterling got some, both have good quarterbacks, so.
LP is 2 weeks away.
Right.
Sterling's going to be a big test this year. Maybe, I think, the hardest game on the schedule.
4th and 22. Trying to pressure the quarterback. Jackson, long pass to the far sideline, incomplete. And Geneseo will take over in Eisenhower territory at their 47 with a lot of new guys coming in here for Geneseo.
That ball was just overthrown. He was wide open by 10 yards, but they still had Will Daniels was coming up and was probably going to prevent him from getting the first down.
Bryce Iwinski, number 54, checking in on that offensive line. Logan Weber's going to be your new quarterback, number 11. We'll try to get all these many numbers as we can.
Dalton Stage back in the game, but he's been playing quite a bit today.
Hunter Gertens, the center. On 1st down and 10, Cade Humphreys, a couple yards to the 45. Clock will move, 3:30 to go.
Jordan Jackson in the backfield.
Huge here if they could get a 1st down and then you kind of secure that clock. Wouldn't have to get the ball back over to Eisenhower.
Levi Roberts, number 68 in the game.
Eisenhower does have 1 timeout left.
Noah Aper checks into the game.
And bringing in the play, number 88, Ben Cosgrave. 3 minutes to play. 48-26 the score. Geneseo with the lead.
Hunter Gerten, center. You might have mentioned that.
Oh, mix up in the backfield, and Geneseo's have to fall on the loose football. That's Logan Weber. Bad exchange there. Loss on the play.
Turned around, looking like maybe a faker, but the running back ran into the football, knocked it out of his hands. Just a mix-up. 22-point ball game here with 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Makes it 3rd down and 20 for the Maple
Certainly
Leafs
want to think that's safe, but you still also like to see these guys run the ball down the field. Get a nice sustained drive to end this ball game.
So this will be 3rd and long. Logan Weber under center. Counterplay, that's worked well tonight. And Jordan Jackson spins his way back to about the original line of scrimmage with a couple players down for Eisenhower. They're up slow. They're going to stay in the game.
Well, the Leafs are subbing out pretty good, and Eisenhower is not. So they're going to be tired.
We're going to try to see if we can get
Jacob Widger.
Post-game interview with Coach Larry Johnson.
Jacob Widger was on the field. I don't believe we got his name.
Widger, number 66. 4th down, and Geneseo's going to have to punt the ball.
Back in punt formation for Geneseo is Singbush.
And Quinn Singbush.
For Eisenhower's Boyd.
We'll punt this away from about the 45. Line drives.
Oh, it's going to work out very nicely.
Rolls out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 16. 1:14 to play in the game. That's all we have left. 74 seconds. Geneseo 48, Eisenhower 26.
Zach's cruising the sideline like a panther. He's got a beat on Coach Johnson, I believe.
Cardinals will start their drive 1st and 10 on their own 16-yard line.
We'll see what the Cardinals do here in the last minute of the game. If they keep the gas on the pedal or what?
They haven't given up yet.
They have not.
They've got some players in there that you would think they'd want to protect from injury, but they're going to play. They're going to play.
Cortez Jackson still in at quarterback for Eisenhower. He's in a pass. Steps up over the middle, and it is incomplete. Double coverage there, Devin Haxby. And also helping out there, 31, Gunnar Gaines. Raul Sandoval, the intended receiver, number 8. Looks like he probably should have caught that.
Gaines is trying to explain to the official that maybe he didn't know that he had dropped the football. He was trying to take him to the ground, but the official just says, calm down, friend. Calm down. Got 68 seconds left to go in this game.
You gonna run out of tape there, Keith, or are we still good?
Yep. Nobody gets hurt. The editing master will get this into 2 hours every time.
2nd down and 10. And pass completed out there, and a penalty flag coming in after the play. Jordan Jackson and Gunnar Gaines in on the tackle.
Gaines was on the wrap-up, so they're going to have to call that on Jackson.
We do have a flag on the play.
Well, Justin Scott was over there also. No, Justin Scott was just looking. Yeah, Justin was just asking the official, what's going on here? What's that all about?
15-yard penalties, and we marked off against Geneseo. Puts the ball out to the 38. Stops the clock, 1:01.
But if they didn't blow the whistle there, they'd be very inconsistent.
Right, that would be.
They have an opportunity to blow the whistle. They need to be consistent.
I think Eisenhower, 12 guys in the huddle. I don't know if they'll call that penalty or not. Cortez Jackson takes the snap, and he's going to be sacked. Ball is fumbled and picked up by Eisenhower.
Fumble recovered by number 5, Rayshaw Graham.
So Graham gets back on the loose ball. Ryan Hartsock around the football, as was Jordan Jackson.
Yeah, at least.
And it was Reed Graddert who came up with the quarterback sack.
At least they're not going to worry about substitutions right now. They're going to get this game over with. They're going to let it roll. And it appears that Blue Island is going to let it roll also. They don't have to run a play, and it doesn't appear that they will.
So that's going to do it here. A lot of points scored tonight. Geneseo is going to go to 2-0 on the season. Eisenhower 1-1. With the final score here from Bob Reed Field, Geneseo 48, Blue Island Eisenhower 26. So good challenge here tonight for Geneseo. They had good competition. That's what you want to see early on. See what your team's made of as well. So it was a very entertaining game. Good win for Geneseo tonight.
They really needed this. They needed this much more than they needed a game like last week. And just somebody would stand up against them and punch back. And at least they got some things to learn from this game film. So game well played, well executed, pretty clean game. Last week they wanted to clean up some of those penalties and did so this week. Well played by the Leafs. Now they're probably going to look at defensively at a few things they're going to try to clean up, because they're not going to want to give up 26 points too often.
Right.
Overall though, well played game by the Leafs, and they're 2-0. Bottom line.
And going on to next week, again, it'll be a home game here. We'll have it for you on TV 50 next week against Chicago Hope. Players are congratulating each other here as they go through the line, and pretty soon they'll be running down to get the victory bell. Coach Johnson making his way over to Zach Mackey. So let's head down to the field and catch up with Zach Mackey and head coach Larry Johnson Jr. Zach?
Thanks, Lauren. This really isn't the type of Chicago team that people expected coming in. This is a very good Chicago team that came here to Bob Reed Field.
Right. You know, they're not a public league school. They're a suburban school, and they're in a really good conference with Oaklawn Richards, who's been in the state championship game and state champs a couple years. I think it's 6A, and these guys were conference champs as sophomores. So this is a team they've been waiting on, and I thought it really exposed some things on our side. I thought our kids did a good job and a lot of points, but we just got to get better.
And it seemed like maybe one of the first times then yesterday you were able to piece a couple of drives, take some time off the clock.
Yeah, we did. You know, I thought offensively we did some nice things. You know, defensively we got to find some. We got to do some corrections, but you know, it's still only week 2. You know, and you got to find a game in week 2 to expose you. You know, and so better than last week. Had to play better than last week, obviously. And kudos to the kids. We got another paycheck, so. That's good. You can't change the wins and losses. The things that we need to work on, we can change, though.
All right, thanks so much, Coach.
All right, thank you to head coach Larry Johnson Jr. and Zach Mackey for that post-game interview. Some quick numbers here for the stats. Geneseo with 346 yards on the ground tonight, 447 yards total offense for Blue Island Eisenhower. They had 387 yards total offense, 207 yards on the ground, 180 yards through the air. 15 penalties for Eisenhower. Geneseo with 6. And a lot of yards, a lot of points here tonight. Individually for Geneseo, they were led by Devin Haxby with 127 yards rushing. Quinn Singbush had 123 yards on the ground. Will Daniels threw for 104 yards. 50 of those yards to Ryan Tokas, who had a touchdown tonight. 28 yards from Ryan Hartsock. The running back for Eisenhower, Rayshawn Graham, had 149 yards rushing, and Cortez Jackson threw for 180 yards tonight. So a lot of points, a lot of offense, but Geneseo hangs on. They win it by a final score of 48 to 26. I'd like to thank Ron Hartman and Geneseo Communications for providing ITV50's internet streaming. Statistician Willis Andel, our technical coordinator Keith Kennett, and our broadcast partners here, Bob Pettit and Zach Mackey. This is Lauren Lemke. We'll catch up with you next week. Again, the final score, Geneseo 48, Eisenhower 26. Good night.